Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Fresh Out the Box Plays Cyberpunk Red. I am the Game Master, Jahananan.
I'm Casualty CDG, but you can call me Gary, and in this system, I will be playing the part of Jack Montana Calloway. I'm a lawman, and I'm from the park. So the park is a trailer park that run rampant with police abuse in my childhood. So I did the best I could to become a police officer, and now I keep watch over the park. I know that there's going to be drugs in Night City, but we make sure the only drugs that come through ain't going to get anybody killed. We know there's going to be crime in Night City, but we make sure only the best tech and the most calm gangs work within our confines. We do what we can to get by.
Hey, I am Kevin. In this world, I will be 3 and a third. That is the Pythagorean numerology number for 5, because I was the 5th orphan in a governmental megastructure orphanage after I was kicked around from several foster homes after my parents were murdered. That case was never solved, by the way. So I fought my way up through foster homes and through these facilities, becoming more savage and more vicious, and essentially inevitably honing a personality that led me to become a high-ranking exec.
Hey everyone, I'm Matt. In this world, I'm going to be playing the character of Brecht, who grew up in a war zone, homeschooled by theater artist parents who eventually were blown up along with his childhood home. And he is a visual artist. He takes pieces of rubble and garbage from war-torn places that have been broken down, and makes art. And so it's a rocker boy style character.
Very excellent. Yeah, life is tough in the time of Red. And we shall begin that little history lesson with the fall of Night City. On August 20th, 2023, unknown forces detonated a pocket nuke in the upper floors of the Arasaka Towers complex in Night City on the western United States coast. The nuke, while not a city killer, reduced most of the central city to rubble and killed 500,000 people almost instantly. It was never formally decided who had triggered the nuke. Some partisans blamed Militech's overzealous desire to crush Arasaka, while still others blamed the detonation on an Arasaka area denial weapon set off to protect its headquarters. So that's I'm gonna try and do little history lessons to try and get people inundated in this world, one step at a time. You guys can learn with us. And today we're gonna open up in the outskirts of Night City. The sky burns red as the night gives way to day. Another day, another stiff. Bodies are a regular find out here in the park, the trailer park on the outskirts of town. The body is a male, approximately 22, Caucasian. Looks like he overdosed and was tossed. The scene very clearly here will open up with Montana standing above with a couple other people, someone here to retrieve the body from corpse disposal, and a security guard who works as corporate security guards tend to work kind of as police in Night City as well.
Damn. It looks like somebody brought bad drugs into our neighborhood.
Yeah, look at him. He's been here. He's only been here for a day. He's pretty fresh.
I'm going to take a look around and see if I can see immediately in the area what he might have overdosed on, any chems or anything.
Absolutely. That brings us very quickly to our first roll of the game. Go ahead and give me a, what is it, deduction or investigation?
I have perception, and I'm also a little bit more trained in tracking, if this is a situation where tracking might be a thing.
Whichever one you would prefer. You'll get different things based on those.
The reason I'm picking tracking is because this is crime related, and I'm going to see where it takes me next.
Absolutely.
It may take me to the evidence, and it may take me to some tire tracks. We'll see. 14.
14. Actually, I have a little table here to let me know how good that is. A 14, better than every day. Not as good as difficult, but almost. So, with a 14, you are able to tell that the body washed up here in the drainage ditch. He did not overdose here.
I slide my sunglasses off and look up from the way the drainage ditch came down.
Yeah, absolutely. You look down. You don't see anything in the immediate area, but as you follow the path that you think the body took, you see something kind of shimmer, that seems fresher than the rest of the trash there.
Hey, it looks like we got something over here.
You pick it up. It's a small, just a little shooter, like a little itty bitty vial. Looks like repackaged drugs. You know the type. You've never seen this packaging before, and you don't know what kind of drug it is.
I'm gonna walk back over to the security guard and, hold it up. You ever seen anything like this before?
Can't say that I have. Lots of dead bodies, probably just heroin. He doesn't seem interested in figuring it out. He just kind of wants to collect his paycheck and go home.
I'm gonna drop it in my pocket, and I'll tag this for evidence later.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine you have a crime kit, so you can do the proper bag and tag and all that stuff.
Properly bag and tag it. This is something I'm gonna investigate myself.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
I know that the security. Well, I figure the security guard doesn't actually give a shit if I keep it or not, anyways. And so, as far as he heard, it's going to evidence. Whether he saw it go in my pocket or not, he might not even give a shit.
The security guard starts going through the guy's pockets.
Yeah. Okay. So we're on the same page here. Hey, have a little remorse. He's got a family.
I don't see any ID.
In that case, it makes him a John Doe, and that's the medical examiner's problem.
You do have the capability with your agent and like a crime app to fingerprint the guy if you so choose.
Yes, I will. If I have the means, then why not?
I figured I'd mention it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you put his thumb on your agent. It scans your thumbprint, and it comes up to a trailer here in the park on the other end of a Jackson Brown.
Having been from the park my whole life, do I know this kid?
There's a lot of people in the park.
Okay.
He's from like the losers. He's a druggie. He doesn't contribute. I mean, he's had a rough life like everyone here in the park.
Now that I know his name, can I put a name to the face? Like, did I run into this kid before, or is this like something who I just?
We'll say you recall you've busted him for bringing drugs into the park before.
Cool. Yeah, I was kind of looking for like a small, semi-personal relationship. Like, yeah, I know him and his crew.
Yeah, you know exactly where he lives.
I'll go see if he's got a sister or mother or brother or something. You stay here with the body and make sure no vultures take care of it.
So yeah, you will. He'll wait there with the coroner while the coroner takes care of the body. Coroner. It's a corpse disposal. No one gives a shit what happens to this guy, and it's really sad. But so you go to the trailer. You get there. It's they're all assholes to elbows here. All the trailers are packed in, crammed in. You don't have the yard space, and the yard space you do have is filled with trash. The door is open, and you hear arguing coming from inside. So here is where we will introduce our other two characters. Kevin's character, 3 1/3. You have been sent here. You were sent to investigate. You work for a company. I came up with your company's name and everything. You work for Orion Pharmaceuticals. You are a new hire on the fast track to the executive branch. You're trying to get that apartment in the fancy section of town. Once you make it there, you've made it. But you've been sent to investigate some missing pharmaceuticals and where they're winding up and what's being done with them. After you gave the rundown to a pusher, it led you here to this ramshackle little trailer. Yeah, thanks for the subscription, D-Ski. Always appreciate it. Excellent. 4 months. Thanks, D-Ski. Good looking out, brother. But yeah, so that's what you've been sent here to do. It's led you here, and you're here just kind of trying to figure out where, what he had, what's going on. Because people are dying taking this drug, but you haven't been able to get a sample, and you haven't been able to find out who's doing this. And then you, Matthew, Brecht, you knew Jackson Brown. You guys weren't necessarily terribly close, but after this suit showed up, you realized very quickly that his disappearance has something to do with corpos being fuckheads again. And so you are in 3 1/3's face when Montana shows up.
I don't recognize a corpo from this neighborhood. I immediately stand on Matthew. I'm sorry. What's your character's name? I'm going to make a note real quick.
It's Brecht, actually.
Brecht.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go in and stand in like on Brecht's side, almost shoulder to shoulder, facing the corpo.
Man, you better get him out of here, dude. Get him out.
And that's funny. I don't recognize lawmen from anywhere.
Yeah, well, this is my neighborhood, son.
Well, I have business here. I have specific business.
Yeah, maybe I can help streamline that business for you.
Possibly so. What happened here?
I look at Brecht. Well, why is the corpo in your apartment or in your house?
You got to ask him. I want him out. I don't talk to corpos. I won't budge on it.
All right, corpo, step outside.
What if I choose not to?
I'm going to walk outside also. Like, we're going to have a conversation outside, separate from this guy. We ain't going to get anywhere with him interjecting.
Fine.
I'll lead the way out and walk, I'll like a good 30 feet away, close enough that, we can still see the door and we can still be seen from the door. So if that's the intention. So tell me, what brings you here? Who do you work for?
I work for a pharmaceutical company.
Oh, like music to my ears. You are the one stirring up trouble in my neighborhood. I'll pull the small vial out.
This is the first tangible clue you've come across, 3 1/3.
I suppose this is what you're after.
Let me see that.
I'm going to hold on to it for now, but at least we know we're on the same side. I want this out of my neighborhood, and apparently so do you.
That's true. I suppose we can work together for now.
Well, the only lead I've got is a dead body, so he's not answering any questions. But that guy back inside there is, dare I say, one of his friends? One of a friend of a friend. I just came here looking for next of kin. So maybe he has some answers.
Mind if I join you?
He ain't going to take kindly to it.
Fine. I'll wait here, but I'm watching the door.
I start to walk away. I walk like 4 steps and turn around and pivot and say, I'm sorry, Corpo. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Jack Montana Calloway. I'm the lawman in these parts.
Nice to meet you. They call me 3 1/3.
That's an interesting name.
It is indeed.
I'll walk back.
Yeah, you walk back in. It is now that you notice that there's another person in here, but they are clearly on drugs and like passed out, like half awake in the corner.
All right, Brecht, I got that corpo outside. I figured out what he's here for. Apparently, some drugs got leaked into this neighborhood that shouldn't have been leaked into this neighborhood, and your friends somehow dipped into the batch. And I'll take out that vial again and show it to him. You haven't been using this, have you?
No, not me.
You know where they're getting it?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
You don't know anything. I find that hard to believe. You know a friend of yours is laying dead in the ditch about 200 yards down the way. If you want all of your friends to wind up dead in a ditch 200 yards down the way, then I suggest you keep your lips sealed. But if you want to save at least one life today, maybe you can point me in the right direction of where they're getting this.
I got a lot of dead friends, Lawman.
You're likely to have a whole lot more. And once you run out of friends, the world becomes real lonely.
I'm thinking I want to help this guy. You said there's a guy who appears to be ODing.
He's not ODing, but he is on drugs. I figure you probably came by to help.
Yeah.
You're that kind. I feel like you help the little guy. No one helps druggies in Night City. No one helps druggies.
Come to think of it, I ain't seen you around here too often before. And I'm used to this little group of guys running their drugs. Who the hell are you? You some out-of-city dealer? You just so happen to show up right when the drugs do.
I'm an artist.
An artist. Huh. 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 That's my luck. A corpo and an artist. All right, artist. Your canvas looks like shit. I'll walk deeper into the trailer and start searching the individual rooms while he deals with this guy on the floor.
Yeah, he does seem like he took too much, and you know what to do, though. I'll even say you brought some, I forget what it's called, Narcan. And you give him a dose to kind of level him out so that he doesn't die. And while this is happening, Montana, you do notice that this guy does this and potentially saves this junkie's life.
I'm going to peek back out from around the corner while it's going on and be like, hell, I thought you said you were an artist. You look like a biotech from here. Yeah, good work, son. You just saved a life today.
Mm-hmm.
As you search through the apartment, you find the remnants of drug use. And you find maybe the needle that mated with this vial.
In this room, besides the needle and the drug, is there an agent or a computer or anything around here that might be a clue for the dealer?
Go ahead and give me a percept. It's pretty messy in here. Old food containers, clothing, not a lot of furniture.
It's messy in my head, too. It looks like, there's like the comforters on the floor and there's no bed. It's just like mattresses stacked up.
A 14 is not bad. You are able to find, we'll say you find his agent. He didn't hide it.
I'm going to pick the agent up and then open the trailer window and look at 3 1/3 and whistle. I can't do it right. Like hey.
I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk over. What is it that you need?
Hey, this is the room with the drugs, and this is the agent from inside. See if you can figure anything out where these drugs are coming from.
I shall. Give that to me.
I handed it to him out the window, and then walk back into the living room. We got this needle and drugs, but no leads inside. We got to keep digging.
Would like to check this agent out.
Absolutely. There are tech skills. I think you could probably get away using a basic tech skill to try to get into this phone.
Okay.
Agent.
Great. My tech's really low. Uh, did, can I do deduction? Does that apply?
You could try to figure out how to search through his phone with deduction. I'll allow it.
Like, there's no password or anything that I have to figure out?
There is a password.
Gotcha. The science skill, does this apply here?
Not directly.
Gotcha.
You could always outsource it. You do have corporate resources at your disposal.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to call them and check in just anyway and tell them that I found the drug. So can I phone back to them with my personal agent?
Yes. Yes, so you can call the corporation and ask them to break into this phone for you if you would like to.
Great, yeah, I'll do that.
One moment, please. And then you'll see your something will take over your agent, and then you'll see it transferred to the other one as your corporate net runner breaks into the phone. And then after that, be like, job complete, and then close, and then you have access to the phone now. You were able to search through the phone, and you can find he was definitely in contact with the person who sent you here, the pusher that you roughed up before you got here, and possibly some other people that might have also partooken with these drugs.
Interesting.
It is at this time you hear some shouting from nearby. And you see, you see walking up to you several members of the Maelstrom crew walking towards you, and you recognize them as affiliates of the person you roughed up.
How do we recognize them as Maelstrom, might I ask?
So these clowns are, they have a lot of cyber tech. They're almost more metal than man. They are kind of erratic in their movements, and they just kind of shove people to the ground for no reason, laugh maniacally. They look like they're having a good time, even though they're very clearly angry. But they approach you, and once they see you, they point. They go, there he is! And they come at you, weapons drawn.
At this point, I think I'm in the living room again with Brecht kind of over the body, and I'm looking out the front door as I see this wave of bad news headed our way. And
you'll look out just in time to watch them cold cock somebody that's in their way, and then point guns at the trailer.
I'm trying to feel out Brecht. As I'm looking at this threat, how's Brecht responding?
I want to draw my weapon.
Absolutely.
Oh, actually, I don't. I changed my mind. I want to throw a flashbang grenade.
Oh shit! Yeah. Shit. So Brecht grew up in a war zone, and he is not screwing around. Let me check out flashbangs real quick.
Right into it, man. Brecht ain't fucking around. You're right.
I ain't mad at it. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's a good clean start right there.
Flashbang. Combat 167. Weapons 171. All right, I'm gonna look up because I don't know how flashbangs work. I've never seen one deployed in this game. So let me look that up for you.
Together.
Let's learn together, everybody. Oh, you like the top knot in the face tattoos? I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. We here at Fresh Out the Box like to play tabletop role-playing games that you don't see every day. So while once upon a time we were masters of the Dungeons & Dragons system, we know nothing about the Cyberpunk Red system, so we'll refer to the rules as we generally do, so you can learn alongside us. Come back every week. Did I buy you enough time? Did we do it?
I'm looking. I'm in explosives, so...
So we're doing improv commercials. I like it.
That's right. You got one?
Yeah, do an improv commercial, man. Go for it. Do
all
one for
day,
Ryan.
all day. Orion Pharmaceuticals. It will make you feel better.
I like it.
Potential side effects include death, nausea, flatulence, vomiting, bleeding, ulcers, stomach pains, cramping, lung collapsing, spontaneous shaking in the hands, feet, and other extremities, hallucinations while sleeping and awake, insomnia.
Ding! Orion. It will make you feel better.
Did you find it?
I'm almost there.
Oh, fuck!
Matt's up. Give us a commercial.
I don't have any.
Do you want to buy a jar of bees, motherfucker? We sell bees! We sell bees in jars!
All right, now you guys are opposite helping. I can't read and laugh. So, yes. I'll find it, I swear. So you're going to throw a flashbang, and it'll be fine. And as GM, I will say what happens. Go ahead and give me a strength throw roll. If you have like an explosives roll or something like that, you can use that instead. It's probably gonna be what do you call it? Skill or strength? I can actually look at your character sheet. There we go. Awareness, no. Body, maybe. Yeah, do an athletics.
Gotcha.
That's how you throw stuff, right?
Oh no. Okay, cool. Yeah, the first one was a 0.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't. I don't know how that happened. But yeah, so you get, you get 12, which is enough to throw a grenade and not hit anybody directly. You know, you get it through the door frame. It's not the hardest thing in the world to do. So you see this go past your head, Kevin. I'm going to allow you to not look at it because I'm nice. And I don't want you to be blind for your first round of combat ever.
Terrific. Thank you.
But as they pull their guns up and they're laughing, they see the grenade, their eyes get wide, they're like, ah! They're like, look out! And then poof, it goes boom! And they all go like this, except one of them. You see his eyes shutter closed with metal flaps and then open slightly. But yeah, now we're going to go ahead and everybody give me your initiative rolls.
Mm-hmm. Bam. So right at the top there, it says character, life path, cyberware, net running, and roll initiative. So all you have to do is click where it says roll initiative right above your stats, and it should square that away for you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So initiative 16, 7, and 11. Okay.
That's how all the stats are, too. If you click the stat, it'll roll it for you, which is dope money.
It is dope money. They did not have this when we played.
Whoever did the character sheets for this roll 20, good work. You done well, sir.
You only got to press it once.
I just realized, yeah.
He's really ready, man. He's super initiatized.
Yeah,
I've been deeply initiated.
No, you're good, fam. You're good. So,
talk about how deep that initiation was.
Montana, you see this. You see his eyes shutter, and you're like, "Uh-oh!" But you get first action here. You're ready.
I am. I'm gonna take the heavy pistol off my hip, which looks like the mixture between a Desert Eagle and a revolver. A very blocky, futuristic, long-barreled revolver. And I will fire. I'm not sure how the rate of fire works yet in this game, so you have to let me know about that. But I rolled a 19.
What kind of pistol do you have? Heavy or very heavy?
It is a heavy.
Heavy, you get to roll twice.
Perfect.
You get to shoot twice.
Do I have to shoot twice, or does it?
You don't have to, but you can.
Is it less effective if I shoot twice?
No.
Like less? Okay. Yeah. Well, then I'll shoot twice. 19 and a 15.
19
Bam,
and 15.
bam.
Yeah. So the way that it works in this game is each pistol has like a range difficulty that you're trying to hit, unless their reflexes are quick enough, in which case they can react. Who are you aiming at?
I'm gonna walk out so I'm in the living room right now, and I'm gonna quick draw from my hip and start walking out the front door with in my mind there's some Wild West music starting to play in a slow motion type of situation as my dust. Dust flares up. I walk out the door and I do the quick trigger, boom, boom, on the big guy who had the little medals over his eyes, the one who is not currently stunned.
Yeah, he's on the left side. He wasn't in front. The guy in front is like a big guy with he has the gorilla arms on.
Well, you know what? Let me go for that guy. He's front and center. I want to go for the front and center guy.
Okay, that guy is like this.
Thank you for clarifying. Yeah, absolutely. That's the guy. Boom, boom. I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah, that guy can literally rip you in half with his bare hands.
Not if we plug him full of lead.
And so I have this set up too. The page. Yeah, here it is. Resolving ranged.
So I shoot him twice, I walk out the front door, and I scream, "Get the hell out of my park!"
Yeah, gang members do often try to come in here, and you often have to shoot them. Yeah, so the way it works is there's a table, right? You have a pistol, okay? You cross-reference the range at which they are. I'd say they're about... Yeah, they're about 12 yards out. 7 to 12. So that's going to put you in the 15 to hit range. And you hit with both. Okay, so go ahead and roll that damage twice.
3d6 twice. So the first one is 6. And the second one is going to be 15! Hell yeah, girl! That's what I like to see. 5s, baby. The 5's looking good, girl.
Okay, so the first one, you see hit him in the shoulder and, like, glance off. There's sparks as his subdermal armor takes the hit. The second one hits almost in the same spot and burrows. And you draw blood. And then, 3 1/3. This is all happening around you. You have time to react before the gorilla arms guy kills you.
So he's the one that's directly in front of me?
Yeah, there's a guy that has what is known as a gorilla arms augment. You can see his arms are more metal than meat, and they are very strong. The other guy with the shutter eyes is on the right. He has an Uzi. And then there's a third guy on the other side with a shotgun. All of them have cyber mods.
Those gorilla arms, you can see screws into his forearms from his wrist and hands. There's springs that you can tell will amplify his strikes. Every bit of his arm looks like piston, so you can tell it's bad news from a mile away.
I would like to pull the katana out of the sheath on my back.
Okay, that's pretty badass.
With that.
Are you going to rush up, or are you going to wait for him?
No, I'm going to rush up.
Okay. Wow, I'm doing all the different combats today. That is going to be a contested combat roll. I believe.
Good.
That means, Kevin, I think you'll be rolling a melee weapon under fighting skills.
Yeah, so is this? Do you know if this is a light, medium, or heavy? This is a medium, probably?
Actually, believe it or not, it's heavy.
Oh, a heavy melee weapon. Okay, but it's not very heavy. So that means it has a rate of fire of 2. You get to swing it twice.
Oh, no, the rate of fires I've got on my notes is listed as 3, so it must be very heavy, I guess. I'm not sure. I purchased it from gear.
That's
or from weapons.
Weird. I mean, if you wrote it down as 3, we can trust that as of now. That's okay.
Yeah, we're gonna need to verify though.
It seems that so it looks like all melee weapons except for very heavy are 2. Very heavy have a rate of fire of 1.
So mine's smaller then?
Yours is if yours is a heavy, you should be able to swing it twice.
Okay, I must have just entered it in wrong.
It's possible. It does 3d6 of damage, so that could be where that's coming from.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So I roll it from where you said?
Yeah, roll a. So it's going to be your dexterity and your relevant melee attack skill, which, if you have like a basic melee ability, you can roll that.
Yeah, it should be melee weapon under fighting skills. It's the fourth one under brawling, evasion, and martial arts. And it may even be attached. If in your weapon section, you can just click attack. Actually.
Oh yeah, sometimes they have. It's pretty nice that way.
Oh, my weapons section. Okay, good. Yeah, let me just get there.
Yeah, you can just click the word attack before the weapon, and it'll roll it all for you.
I'm pretty psyched to see how this goes.
I'm ready to see him fucking dice this big, nasty boy. Cut his arms off.
The attack is. Did it roll it? There it goes.
Yeah. Ooh. You hit him twice.
Very nice, very nice.
Because it is versus his dex and evasion, and his aren't the best. He's kind of a big mook. But yeah, you get in, you're the quicker opponent. He just got shot, and while he's reeling, you come in, and you hit him twice with that katana. Go ahead and roll 3d6 twice.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so that's 3. So that's 8. Okay.
Did I do that correctly?
I mean, you roll, so now you need to roll 3d6 again.
A second time for your second attack, but yes. So you can just hover your mouse over the D6 over on Roll20, and then it'll have a little sidebar pop up where you can roll 2, 3, 4, or 5 for like a quick roll.
Or you can type in /roll.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You can.
3.
There you go.
Alright, so you did 8 and 6.
Yeah, man. Roll20 is super easy to use, and we're looking forward to using more Roll20 with Green Ronin products in the future.
Absolutely. I do really like it. Yeah, everything's accessible from the character sheet is super nice.
I haven't used Tabletop Simulator yet, but that's like a paid version, similar, and it's supposed to be very dope, but I haven't touched it. One day I want to.
Gotcha. Oh, also, it's very important that before I damage this guy, I want to ask him in just kind of a level voice, what did I tell you?
Absolutely. You chastise this guy. You slash him you draw blood on the first hit. The second one you hit, you realize he has subdermal armor underneath his skin. And the second hit does not do very much. The first one does. And then now, so what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to give me two rolls here. It's going to be your evasion. So you're just gonna click the evasion skill, and it's gonna add your dexterity and a D10 roll to it. Do that twice as he is punching you.
Alrighty. With his gorilla arms.
With his gorilla arms, indeed. An 18 and a 15, not bad. Let me see if I can beat it.
Nice.
The first one comes screaming in and it clips you. But you like kind of roll with it, and the second one like whiffs right in front of your face with the uppercut. So that hit is going to be 7, reduced by your armor score. Which I think is noted as SP in your armor section. It's actually a pretty easy armor system. It's just a straight damage reduction, which I like.
I found the flashbang rules, in case you're still curious.
Yeah, sure.
When using this type of ammunition, you deal no damage with your attack. Anyone hit by the attack must instead attempt to beat a DV-15 resist torture/drugs check. Anyone who fails suffers the damaged eye and damaged ear critical injuries on page 188.
So we're gonna go ahead and do a little retcon. The gorilla guy is blind punching, so he misses with both his arms. But the other guy kind of rubs his eyes and recovers in time for a turn. But the flashbang did rob them of a surprise attack, which is very crucial. I will say, now the other guy is going to open fire at the house. The guy with the shutter eyes. He's just going to shoot the house. I don't even know why I'm going to roll. You guys roll a... We're going to have this be like an environmental challenge where he's just blindly firing at the thing. So you guys give me evasion.
I'm already outside the house.
Oh, you're already outside the house.
Yeah, I walked out the front door. Not to say I'm not in the fire range. I very well may be.
So Matt almost achieves heroic levels of difficulty with his evasion. So he being born in a war zone, easily sidesteps and knows exactly what part of the house to stand behind very coolly and calmly as he takes his turn.
Cool.
And yeah, Gary, you get out of the way of the house. You're like, oh shit, he's aiming at the house.
Yep.
So I have evaded this attack inside the house. How far can I see anyone from where I'm at? Or how far away from the?
So yeah, you just kind of casually stand against a wall, knowing that you'll be safe there. And when you look around the corner, you can see all three of them. Kevin is still standing there. He just went underneath. He ducked away from the gunfire. The Grella Arms guy is still kind of blinded. And the guy to the right of him that's not firing yet with the shotgun is leveling his shotgun towards Montana.
I want to fire my weapon at the guy with the shotgun.
Absolutely. So you're just going to go ahead and click that button, and then it is going to be compared versus what kind of gun you're shooting. Yeah, see, it actually gives the difficulty values here.
Yeah, it shows everything you need there.
Which is very cool. So the range, as I said, is 7 to 12. So you hit an 18. And he's going to take that damage. So you go ahead and roll that damage. Which, for a heavy pistol, I believe, is it 3 or 4?
His is a very heavy pistol, right? Which changes his rate of fire, but also his damage die.
Let's see. The rate of fire for... I know the rate of fire is a 1. But... what's the damage? Yeah, so roll one more d6.
Gotcha.
You're firing a Desert Eagle, pretty much.
It's better than not rolling the dice, right?
So hitting the guy not wearing subdermal armor, it rips through his shoulder, exposing not blood but circuitry. But he does. You clearly do damage to this guy because he's not wearing the same level of armor. And then Montana.
I'm going to put my revolver back on my hip and run towards the guy with the shotgun who's got it leveled at me, who just took that shot.
1 second. He has not shot yet. My bad.
Oh, man. I hope I can get him before he got me, motherfucker. Ah!
My bad. So, hey, it's better this way. We'll have it. He'll still be at the same range that everybody else shot from, which for shotguns isn't that great. But let me go ahead and roll that roll. So is your reflex isn't higher than 9, is it? If your reflex plus your evasion are higher than 9, you actually get a chance to roll to dodge shots.
Yeah, man, my reflex plus my evasion, that's way higher than 9. My evasion's a 13 and my reflex is a 7.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, the evasion is a total.
The evasion's total is 13. It's a level, well, it's level 6, but yeah, total 13.
Yeah, so total 13, that means that you can try to dodge his shot.
I will try to dodge his shot.
Go ahead and give me that evasion roll, and if you beat his number, you win.
Come on, girl, 19! Give me the...
Bro, you run up, the shotgun blast goes off, and you're like... very quickly drop down.
I'm going to be running at him when it happens, and my next turn I'm going to try to grapple him. So for flavor, I'd like to... He levels that shotgun to fire, and as he does, I'm pushing the barrel aside open. I'm already there.
Absolutely. And that goes for both of you, too. If your reflex ability is higher than 9, you can dodge bullets, essentially. Not like the Matrix, but you're pretty quick.
Your evasion over 9, right?
Yeah, evasion over 9.
Very cool.
So I'm next after the shotgun guy, right?
Yeah, it's your turn. Yeah.
I'm going to try
perfect time.
exactly try to grab his shotgun right now away from him, yank it out of his hands. Oh no, boy! That's that good for? They're good for.
You come at him, you grab his shotgun, he does this, and just like kind of like twist your hands off of it. And then Kevin, you're there with your samurai sword. The gorilla armed guy is recovering from the flashbang a bit, and he like looks at you. He sees you for the first time, really.
And where are the other two guys?
Like not even 5 feet on either side of him.
And if I were to retreat, who's closest to me? It's
The gorilla arms guy is the closest to you.
well, the other direction. If I were to retreat,
No one is behind you.
okay.
They're kind of like in a triangle formation.
Interesting. I think I'm going to swing the katana again
Absolutely.
at the gorilla arms guy.
Okay.
Important again to note, I'm going to ask him this time with a more distinct tone and much stricter, what did I tell you? So let's go ahead and roll that. That's going to be 2d6.
Yes. No, it's so that's going to be for
determined.
damage. You're going to roll a. You're just going to click on the sword ability, and it should do a melee attack for you.
The sword ability.
Right. That's what he clicked last time, right?
Yeah, the attack right next to sword where it's listed as a weapon at the bottom of the character sheet.
Yeah, you just click sword. It should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, last time you rolled really good. Jeez.
He's going to do it again.
Oh, there it goes.
That's your first strike. Go ahead and do your second one.
Oh. Man, we came out the gate so hot tonight. Oh, boy.
So he puts his arm up, and your katana scrapes across it. And then you come back for the swing, and he doesn't get it up in time for the second one. Actually, reverse that. You get him, and then he blocks it. Yeah, he rolled like shit, but you rolled like shit too. So you actually do hit him once. So go ahead and give me that damage.
Okay.
At this point, people around the area are taking cover in their hovels.
Nice.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. So his subdermal armor eats some of that. But you do draw blood again, which is good. You feel the resistance of his armor underneath his skin. You kind of curve the blade to slice flesh. At which point you can still move. You have a movement action. You're not limited. You get one action and then a movement. Oh yeah, also, because you keep saying this, I will allow you to do like an intimidation roll.
Okay.
Running up with a katana, slashing the guy with the gorilla arms, and talking shit could possibly intimidate people. I could see that.
I'll buy it, man.
It was pretty badass.
Let's see here. Mm.
And don't worry, we'll get better at navigating the character sheets. These character sheets
Yeah,
are very
for
large.
real. I'm seeing interrogation. We're almost there. We're almost there.
We're almost there.
Intimidation.
I think so.
I'm not seeing.
Is that not a
it.
skill? Let's see.
Negative. It is not.
Cool.
So it should be, let's see, it should be a social skill. We'll say, what would you use?
Conversation or interrogation.
I could see interrogation. We'll call it persuasion.
Persuasion.
Oh,
Indeed.
man. Oh, shit. I mean, persuasion. Hooray.
So yeah, so you carve this guy's flesh. You're like, what did I tell you? And he's gonna like back away because he's just been getting his ass kicked and blinded. His ears hurt. His eyes are bleeding. And he's gonna leave. He's gonna back down. And I'm gonna see if the big guy, because that's a good roll, man. That is a good roll. Actually, I believe it puts you in the realm. Yeah,
Is that
so
like the
that
Hall of
is
Fame?
one step below legendary.
Yeah, man. So that's Hall of Fame. That's a Hall of Fame level intimidation.
Yeah, like people are gonna talk about you making this guy back down. A rumor has been spread, but yeah. So I'm gonna see if the other two follow suit because the big guy got scared. I'm gonna roll their cool. So one of them, I'm gonna say the shotgun guy that also got his ass beat and shot is gonna run away, but the other guy passed his cool check, and he is going to fire his Uzi again. This time he's gonna turn to just kind of spray and pray at Montana and Kevin.
Montana and Kevin.
Sorry, Montana and 3 1/3.
And you said
I'm pretty good with
evasion.
the name so far.
Yeah, man. I like corporate Kevin. That's good.
Corporate. It's good. It's good. So yeah, he's gonna levy shots at both of you. Go ahead and give me those evasion checks if you have the requisite reflex. I don't know what to do here. You guys are just bullets and shit. What the fuck?
Evasion, man. That's one of my big stats.
That's good. That's smart. Do you have a high enough reflex, Kevin? Or yeah.
Do. It's 12. I look at the total, correct?
Yeah, the total, the evasion skill should be a total of your skill plus your reflex. So you get a 16. So yeah, you both just kind of do this and get on either side of him as he sprays and prays. You know what? I'm gonna see if something bad happens here. There's a bystander that barely gets out of the way, but he almost lights up someone that's just in the street. But he does not seem to care. He's laughing. He's the only one left shooting machine gun. He's laughing. And at this, he almost kills a pedestrian, Brecht. Sorry. Yeah, Brecht. I got it. Boom. So he almost kills a pedestrian, Brecht. You have your very heavy pistol, and you are ready to take your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him.
Absolutely. Understandable.
Bam.
46, because I think that's going to do it.
15, yes. He is 7 to 12 yards away. So a 15 does hit him. And he's going to take that big 12. And his armor is not as good.
Big 12 is actually 3 1/3's older brother's name.
Big 12 and 3 1. That's pretty funny. That's a good one. So yeah, that shot's gonna rip through him. He's gonna look down at the blood, and he's going to come back to reality a little bit and be like, uh-oh. And he's gonna look around at the fact that he's alone and shot. And he's gonna try and run away. but it is Montana's turn.
I'm gonna chase him down and tackle him and try to handcuff him.
Go for it.
I run at him and I rolled an 18 for brawling as I dive on his back.
You tackle him. You got him on the ground.
I have handcuffs.
Absolutely. You put on your handcuffs and you sit him down on his butt. He's bleeding a bit. He took a pretty nasty shot, but he is alive.
I'm gonna get on my radio. Night City, this is 5 Victor 18. Start a wagon en route. I have one detained. He opened fire on pedestrians at the park.
Victor 5, copy, responding.
I would like to, now that he's cuffed, while I want to run up and...
Yes. Okay.
Just punches the guy, I'll let go of the radio button and then push it again and finish my transmission.
I want to walk up to him and then get all up in his face, much like this, and ask him, or tell him rather, just like your friend.
Just like your friend. Yeah.
The first guy roughed up. They shouldn't have come.
Shouldn't have come. Yeah, they definitely shouldn't have come. You guys took care of them pretty handily, which was fun. That was fun. It was our first combat, guys. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that felt okay.
I did not know how any of your characters fight, so the katana surprised me, the flashbang surprised me, and the brawling and the ability to dodge all those bullets surprised me. But, yeah, so now I know.
I've got more tricks up my sleeve.
I was going to say every police officer trains in dodging bullets, don't you know?
So while the security team is en route, what are you guys? Are you guys doing anything in particular? You are no longer in initiative order.
I'm going to take that vial out of my pocket and be like, hey, what the hell do you know about this shit? Put it right in his face.
He'll look at it. He'll look at you. He'll kind of chuckle. He'll be like, he'll chuckle knowingly.
I'll look to Brecht. I'm pretty sure Brecht probably wants to slap this motherfucker again, and I'd like to let it happen.
Yeah, I punch him again. Yeah, I punch him right in the face.
You punch him, and you feel his jaw kind of give way, and then you see it visibly reset itself. And Maelstrom they're freaks, man. They're just full. They're all borderline cyber psychos, and I believe a third of them are cyber psychos.
I'm gonna put my hand like on some neck wires, on a big clump of neck wires, and be like, "You tell me where the hell this came from. I'm gonna yank this and hope you survive."
Interrogation of 14, I believe, is resisted. There's actually a skill called resist drugs and interrogation, right?
Yeah,
and torture, yeah.
And torture, yeah. So he's gonna do that. You pull the wires, and you realize that they're just kind of scrap at this point, and he like spits in your face.
All right, I'll walk away. I tried my tricks.
Yeah, he rolled as high as he can roll. So.
Am I able to test, like take a little sample of the drugs without, like to try to see what's going on with them, but not,
yeah,
like will I be able to analyze anything?
I'll say that you have the Orion pharmaceutical app at your disposal, the corporate app, and you can use the analyzer on your agent to kind of figure out what it is, what's going on.
Perfect. So what is it?
Yeah.
So, is there any particularly weak spot on this guy's body that I can tell?
Yeah. So his like periphery is very metal, but his core is still very human. But it's almost like just the outside layer of him and his arms. His arms are fake. His eyes are. He has the full eye suite. All that good stuff. But yeah, so the drug is, it is what you're looking for. It has remnants of what you've been sent to investigate in it. But it's been altered and cut in a very dangerous way. You're not exactly sure what it would do to somebody, but you can definitely see why people would die. And you also see why people might take it. It definitely imparts adrenaline and kind of like PCP strength. You can tell by the chemical breakdown.
Can I check the pockets of the prisoner and the people who are dead?
The two other guys ran away.
Oh, sorry, my
No,
bad.
you're good. You're good. Yeah, 3 1/3 scared the shit out of them with his intimidate roll of legendary proportions. But yeah, you can check his pockets.
And his whoop-ass katana skills.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But yeah, he has his gun. He has a sidearm, which is a medium pistol. He has some money credits. He has. He doesn't seem to have an agent. You assume he might have an internal one, but given his eye suite and his potential audio suite. And he does have some drugs on him.
Hey guys, I found some more drugs.
Yeah, you know where to check. You find it in like the lining of his shirt.
Hey, fine, Brecht. I'm gonna walk over, and I'm also gonna look at 3 1/3. Like maybe this is the first time these guys can get along for a fucking second since we just got each other's backs.
Yes, good thinking to check the lining.
Oop, I didn't mean to do that. I was looking at my cyber suite stuff.
Oh, you accidentally clicked something.
Yeah, I rolled initiative.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's time
All
to
right,
go.
everybody, time for a combat. A little old lady comes out of her trailer packing iron. Get off my porch!
Sit down, yo, bitch.
Hey, 3 1/3, you mind sending whatever you found about them drugs to my agent, and I'll shoot my agent number to yours.
Yeah, I will send them to you and my corporation, I think, as well, just to let them know that it is what we were looking for. Can I text from this thing?
Yes, you can do everything from that thing.
Great. Yeah, so I want to. Yeah, I mean, if it can analyze dope, then I guess it could send a text message, right?
Yeah, it can do all kinds of stuff. TikTok, YouTube.
What it can't do is record audio and video because you have to get suites to do that.
Touche.
But you can live communicate on it and read emails.
I think you can do video on it. You just can't. I think the audio-video recording suites are for covert recording.
Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe it's like a big blue light if you do it with your agent.
Yeah. Well, you have to do this, so. Yeah.
Unless you have an internal agent, then you're.
Unless you have an internal agent, then you're all good to go. But yeah, so you send the message. So your handler, the person directly above you, is Liz Tobin, who is the assistant manager of the Night City Division. She answers to someone named Megan Ortiz, who's the Night City Division manager. I have a whole hierarchy written out for your corporation. So.
I love it.
All right, Brecht. So I had a corpo land in my lap with a bunch of drugs, and I had a gangland in my lap. How do you fit into all of this?
Actually, how do I fit into all this?
Yeah, so mostly you are here. You were checking up on your friend.
Okay.
Who was a junkie, who you actually don't know is dead yet. But you were looking for him. You took care of the other guy. And there's been a drug going around the trailer park, known in the city as the Park. And you've also been trying to get rid of it. You know, you've been doing it more of a community outreach kind of style. I feel like that's more your character's niche. But now you have a direct line on what's going on. So
Cool.
this drug is what connects you all as of right now.
Yeah, I'm here checking up on my friend and this corpo guy. What was his name? 3 1/3. You know, he's coming at me hot. I don't talk to these guys. You know, but have you seen my friend around or?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I came here to try to find a next of kin for, and I'll say that guy's name, which I don't think we had one or needed one.
Yeah, he did have a name.
If he doesn't have a name, his name is Jose Flores. If he does have a name,
His name's Jackson Brown.
there you go. Now his name's Jackson Brown.
But for a brief moment.
He was Schrodinger's Flores.
We'll say Flores is the other guy that Breck.
Oh, hey, good job. Good job saving old Jose Flores from a stroke on the ground. Good job, Brecht. You're a good guy. Yeah, Jackson. I'm trying to see if he's got any friends, family, or next to kin. His body's right down the road, and they don't plan on holding it there for long.
You said his body?
That's right. That's where I found this first vial. Seems like he was tied up in this thing.
Well, can you tell me any more about this? We've been having this problem in our community. I need as much info as you got.
I look to 3 1/3.
He doesn't want any of my information.
Well, that makes 2 communities now that you corpos are fucked up with your drugs. So I suggest you start giving us answers so we can help solve your problem.
Hey, quick question, Jahan. Did Liz Tobin say anything back about the drug when letting her know that I got it?
She said, "Good job. Find out where it's coming from."
Gotcha. No, in this case, a lawman and a random artist are not privy to the level of sensitive information that the corporation has its hands on regarding this case.
The second that the corporation walked into the lawman's jurisdiction, it became the lawman's problem.
Mr. Lawman, I think you must remind yourself who really runs things in this world.
I'm afraid I might, and I put my hand on my gun.
At this point, the security team will show up to pick up the detainee.
The people who run things in this world aren't the same who run things in this park.
To emphasize 3 1/3's point, the guys that show up are corporate security guards. Because they do, the police department has to work with them because you're so underfunded. But, I'm not saying you're both actually completely right, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, that's Cyberpunk. Because then the gangs would tell you that they run the park, right? And then the corpos would tell you that they own the gangs.
I mean, some of the gangs are, in fact, corporate funded. Yeah. But yeah, they'll come pick up the guy. We'll say, just for sake of cool, they'll be in like a hovercraft.
Yeah.
And they'll hook him up to like a harness and like wedge him up into like a containment cell underneath that just kind of has him like in an uncomfortable position, and then they'll rappel back up. Be like, all clear here, and then they'll take off because I think it's awesome.
I'm picturing it covered in like advertisement stickers for like cyber fast food bullshit restaurants and stuff.
Planky Burger.
That's actually one of the cool things is you can see the city skyline from here, and above the city skylines, above the skyscrapers, there are scrolling holographic ads in the sky, much similar to kind of what you're describing.
Yeah, they're almost bigger than the buildings themselves.
Mm-hmm. Even from here, we can see that, a future Sprite logo on the horizon of Night City.
Yeah, you even see some of the poor people like watching television on the side of a skyscraper from far away. They're just like staring at the latest episode of, we'll call it Daisy's Fun Day. I don't know.
That sounds like a really nice show for Night City.
Yeah, it's a nice little bit of escapism of the world that was. But yes, so they take them off. You guys can go back. We'll say the coroner just got the meat wagon. You guys are there in time because not much time has passed since all this started. It all happened very quickly. But yeah, you guys get back to the body as it's being loaded up.
Now you see, Corpo, this right here is his friend, and it's one of my people from my community. So you wonder how we get tied up in your business. This is how we get tied up in your business. And you did all fine with your sword slashing up that one Maelstrom guy, but there were 3 more that we helped you take care of. And if we got questions to ask Maelstrom, I feel like you do too. Maybe we should stick together for the time being.
Fine. We can stick together, but I'm not giving you any further information.
Oh yeah, you will.
I've been pretty forthcoming with my information at this point. I suggest you play nice before things get messy.
Yeah, they have Jackson on the gurney. They're about to load him into the truck.
I want to check. Like, I just want to like see him. I want to acknowledge that my character like.
Absolutely, yeah. You go look at your dead friend. You have a moment, but as someone who knows what he looked like in life, you notice he looks fucking weird. He looks different. He's bigger. He's larger. And you saw him recently. He grew overnight. He's larger by like a magnitude of 2.
Oh shit!
No one he knew him, so he notices immediately without a roll.
Yeah, so he doesn't look right. Montana.
What do you mean?
So my buddy, you know, he's kind of a small guy. He was like 140, right? That guy is twice that size.
Hey, 3. What the hell does this drug do?
Jahan, do I know about it?
So, what it's based on, you do know about. Actually, let's see here. It's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. I am going to send you a secret message.
Secrets are no fun unless they're told to everyone. Ooh.
There, wait, where are you? Let me find you.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Corporate douchebag. Fucking skateboarders. Where do I pick up my secret message?
Messenger.
Copy that.
Facebook Messenger. We're not sponsored by Facebook Messenger for any of the viewers out there, so if you have an urge to sponsor, we will be the official tabletop role-playing game of your Messenger app. All you have to do is pay us fat stacks of cash, and we'll refuse to use Facebook Messenger and switch to whatever you want us to.
There you go. I've sent you a couple messages there. You'll get them soon. But yeah, so what it is something that your company does not publicly make. You are a pharmaceutical company. But what this is, it's not doing what the drug's supposed to do. It's mixed with something, and something has been done to it. As you look over this body, as you are a pharmaceutical corpo, I'll say you can tell some weird things about this guy. He is, you can see he's missing a lot of teeth, and his fingernails are all falling off, and his eyes have some dried blood around them, and his muscles are all torn. It looked painful. But yeah, something went wrong. He had a bad reaction to whatever this street drug is.
Now, well, do I know any different, for example, being somebody that works with a pharmaceutical company, am I sure that this is the drug that did this or whatever it was cut with that did it?
So the drug should not have done this.
Right.
Whatever, someone altered the formula to make it recreational, and to kind of stretch it. And whatever they did is having this unpredictable effect. Because you imagine people are using it to find effect and having fun.
Right.
But for whatever reason, there's an X factor in the manufacturing that has caused an inconsistent reaction amongst the population. Because this is not... You've seen a few dead bodies at this point.
Final question. The secret message you sent, is that time sensitive?
No.
I need to open that. Okay, cool. I'm using my phone for this if you couldn't tell, so I was going to need to
I
switch over.
couldn't tell, actually.
I couldn't know. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi.
Hey, look at that.
But yeah, no, it's not time sensitive. It's a secret.
I'll check it out on the break, though.
And you know it. Yeah, you can check it out on the break. Speaking of which, they're going to take the body away now to presumably an incinerator. But as you guys are sitting there in this ditch, wondering where to go next, we will cut to our break.
Cut to our break. Well, that's good news. Hey, everybody, thanks for coming in. This is Fresh Out the Box. You should join us tomorrow night for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. Then you should join us on Friday night as we host at Milestone Games Joshua Sullivan, who's playing a custom-made for us with his system Pulp Action. He custom-made us a dinosaur game, and we're excited to have a dinosaur game Friday. We're all already stoked to be eaten. I don't think any of us have even the smallest bit of faith we're going to survive. So tune in to watch us be eaten by dinosaurs Friday from 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. Central.
Absolutely. Thanks, everybody, for watching up to this point. We'll be back in 5 minutes. So everybody hang in there, and we'll see you soon. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Fresh Out the Box. We're coming fresh off of our 5-minute break. Sometimes you gotta pee. Sometimes you gotta, chill and drink some water. But yeah, thank you everybody for sticking around. It looks like we didn't lose a single viewer. That's pretty cool. Thank you, Captain Grimley, for a highlighted message of the number 1 finger. And yeah, thanks Jenny and Substance K. Ooh, someone gave Doom.
Oh, Substance K, I like that.
Oh no, she gave it to Substance K whenever he decides to play again with us. So you have a disadvantage waiting for you, Kayvon, when you return. And I'm all for it. So yeah, where we left off, the meat wagon was taking off Jackson Brown away to potentially the crematorium. And then, yeah, you guys are sitting there in the ditch. What are you guys interested in doing now? What is your course of action? Feel free to ask anything that your characters might know, any character knowledge you might have. I can share if you're unsure.
The way I interpret what just happened is that we need to go see Maelstrom. So I think we need to go see Maelstrom. And if you guys want, we can go back to the precinct to wait to check out a squad car. We can all ride together.
Oh,
or
no.
if one of you guys has a better mode of transportation and doesn't want to wait all day for a squad car, I'm all ears.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to the station.
That's what I figured you'd say.
I'd just like to point out that it looks like someone altered the emoji of my face and added a blood bandana across my head, like I'm in a gang. So thanks for whoever did that. I think it might have been Substance K. That is excellent. But yeah, so you guys want to check out Maelstrom, which means I can bring up the city map for the people at home to see.
Unless anyone else has any other ideas.
I thought I was going to be able to read that better. Here we go.
What about you?
Do I have access to a corporate car?
You can call somebody. There are many ways to get around. You can call somebody. I'm not sure which one of you has the contact that will be Leighton's character as a driver. It's either going to be Montana or Brecht, but he's not picking up right now. So yeah, you can use a corporate car. You can call a taxi. They do exist. They are armed typically. They're usually driven by like bodyguards and stuff. And you want to go to Maelstrom territory.
Hey, Brecht, do you want to know him or do I want to know him?
You can know him.
You guys will see me pull out my agent. I dial the number and curse and be like, I know a damn good driver, but he ain't picking up.
You will try to call Levite, and to no avail. But you're going to have to head into the main island that Night City is on. And you're going to drive past the hot zone to get to where Maelstrom lives. Which is in, I'm going to have them located in the old combat zone.
Before we head out, I'm going to head back to my shack, my trailer real quick, and grab my shotgun and slugs and throw it over my back.
Absolutely.
You guys see me grab like a duffel bag full of like throwdown supplies that I wasn't carrying earlier.
3 1/3's called the car, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my agent and tell Liz Tobin that I request transport.
We will say that you call her secretary.
Gotcha.
Her assistant. It'll be a guy. We'll just call him Mark. And he's just a little bitch.
Oh, so it's Mark with a C.
Yeah, he's just a little brown nosing little jerk. But yeah, he'd be like, "Oh yes, right away, Mister 3 1/3." And he'll call a car. And he'll accidentally leave you on the conference call between him and the car he's calling. He'll be like, and he'll very nervously give the coordinates and like send him your way. You don't know how that guy's still alive. But yeah, shortly thereafter, a car will come pick you up.
When I come out of my house with the shotgun and the duffel bag, I look at 3 1/3 and say, "You better order an XL." That big fucking bag of guns.
Yeah, we'll say a SUV pulls up.
I'm sure you will find my corporation's transportation accommodations sufficient, to say the least.
We'll say the company car that has been called is called Rift. Just one letter different from Lyft. And they'll pull up and someone will roll down their window. Be like, "You 3 1/3."
It's singular, but yes,
Okay.
that is me.
I don't know what that means. Yeah, get it.
I like there's 1, 2, 3 of us, and then I throw the bag down on the seat real hard, and a third. Close the door.
Yeah, we'll say it's a bigger, like, Samoan dude. He absolutely looks like a solo, like a bodyguard. And he is armed. Which is not surprising in the least. When you call Rift, they bring the party. But yeah. So you guys get in, and you guys, you tell him where to go. He will drop you off in the old combat zone. He will not take you all the way in. He'll drop you off on the outskirts because it's still pretty hot in there.
Is this a place that I'd be familiar with?
Yeah, everyone is familiar with this place. It is a so you're going to come in from the outskirts, and you're going to enter the main island that makes up Night City. You're going to drive past the wreckage of the nuclear blast, through Little China and through Japantown to the old combat zone.
Since this is a corpo card, do we have all-you-can-drink champagne?
I mean, there will be some.
Yeah!
Yeah, there could be some. Well, actually, this is a Rift car. It's not really... They call it a Rift. When you
So
call
it's
it
got
Rift.
carbonated rosé.
Carbon. Yes, there you go. You get that rosé. But yeah, so the old combat zone is kind of like the where the war zone took place when the corporations were reestablishing the government in the Glen, which is a fortified corporate government zone, which is right outside the old combat zone. But that area never quite stabilized, and that's why Maelstrom calls it home, because they love the chaos, they love the carnage. But yeah, you will you will pull up, and just to emphasize the point, 2 cars will go by shooting at each other, just openly. And you'll see a police hovercraft fly overhead, and kind of shoot back at them. They don't care if they kill everybody; they just want it to stop. But that's where you're going. So yeah.
I step out of the car with my duffel bag.
I follow out of the car and thank the driver.
I don't say anything to the driver.
I drank about as much as that water as I could until my belly started feeling funny. I'm just glad it goes back to a corporate expense account and make sure to get all my money's worth.
The driver will look up at the hovercraft shooting and be like, "Good luck," and he'll like leave.
Yeah, another beautiful day in Night City.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, at this, the sun is like high in the sky, so it's not as bad as it is at night. And sans that little gun encounter that's probably carried over from the night before somehow, there's people walking around, eyeing you suspiciously. You can see people selling drugs. You can see people holding territory, flying colors, that kind of thing. And you, where exactly do you want to head? You want to go find some Maelstrom, shake them up?
Yeah, I'm like, I want to go to Maelstrom territory, but I'm not sure that that Montana's ever been to Maelstrom territory before, other than knowing this is about the outskirts of it.
Yeah. Yeah, you know roughly where it is. And you'll see a couple of them finally as you guys are kind of walking around. And they'll be harassing some woman.
Cool. Can we approach?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Absolutely. Balls in your court, sir.
Hey, so y'all are a couple Maelstrom guys, right?
Uh,
Couple big Maelstrom guys.
One of them will be like, "Get lost, kid," very dismissively, and they'll continue to try to like harass this woman. They're trying to like get her to give them their number, but you can tell that things are going south very quickly, and they're probably just going to kidnap her or something.
Cool.
But they are not paying attention, and they do not perceive you as a threat as of yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, actually, I can't get lost. I'm already lost. Maybe you guys can help me find where I'm supposed to go.
One of them will sigh and be like, "What, your ears broke? Get lost," and he'll get in your face now.
I'm just standing back at like the sidewalk, maybe like 30 feet away, watching how this unfolds to see what this kid's got.
Yeah, this guy, he has a mohawk. He's wearing very small sunglasses, and his pencil neck is reinforced with like steel rivets. They go into his arms, and you can tell one of his arms is clearly a fake. You don't know what's inside it, but it is fake.
Then he got up in my face.
Yeah, he gets in your face.
Cool. I'm going to say, you have very pretty eyes. You shouldn't keep them behind those sunglasses.
What is your desired effect here?
To throw them off.
To throw him off. Okay, we will do... there's like a human perception thing, I think, that kind of falls under the vein of psychology.
I'm gonna lean over
Oh,
to 3 1/3 and be like, "Is he flirting with that man?"
If I were to guess, my answer
How did
would
you...
be yes.
It's not possible to roll a 0.
You know how rocker boys are.
Why is that happening?
I'm having some kind of... Sorry.
It's not possible to roll a 0.
So in my... Where it says human perception, there is nothing in the total. There's only something in the level, and there's a 6 in the level, 0 in miscellaneous.
Okay, so that's probably because you have it untrained, but that's okay.
Empathy skills. So whatever your empathy stat is, it should be that plus any training that you have, which you may not.
Yeah, well, actually look at it.
You should have 2, right? You should have 2. You said in level, because I think all of us do. It's one of the basic skills in the game, and then plus your empathy.
Okay.
Human perception. Yeah, it's an empathy skill. Yours is level 6. So the total should be a 6.
Well, he should also have basic level training in it too, because it's a basic skill. It's
it is a basic. Yeah, it's in bold. So add 2 to that, so you're gonna get an 8 plus a D10 roll here.
Oh, great.
And you're gonna shoot. You're trying to throw him off his game. So we'll say that that's above an everyday challenge rating. Also, FYI, you guys do have luck points. You can use them at any time in as great of number as you want. You have to say you use them before you roll, and they replenish fully each session. So,
what do they do?
They give you +1 to your roll.
Oh, okay.
Very straightforward.
Per point.
Per point. You can also another resolution system in this game is you can use a complementary skill to aid yourself, or someone else can do it to give you another +1. And you can also take your time to also give you a +1.
What was that you said? We can give one to another person with what?
You can use a complementary skill. So say he's using humor perception, you can try and use like persuasion to help him, or something like that. He can do it himself too.
Gotcha.
So long as it makes sense.
So long as it makes sense.
With a skill and add a +1. It just helps streamline the game. If what you're doing makes sense, what I'm doing makes sense, and we don't want to both make separate perception rolls, we could just combine our shit and...
So it seems that you have rolled a 2 plus your 8. That's going to be a 10, which does not hit the everyday number. It does not throw him off his game. It makes him angrier that you're not responding correctly to him. So he... Yeah, I mean, you're in gang territory, and they're not reasonable people. Maelstrom are bastards. His arm is going to open up and reveal a sword. Mantis blade. I know you're supposed to have 2, I think, but I don't care. He has 1.
You don't have to. You don't have to have 2.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you don't have to replace both of your meat arms if you don't want to.
Meat
Excellent.
arm.
But yeah, so let's do some initiatives here. Our second combat of the night, which I am okay with because this is a pretty action-y game.
I think I'm just going to wait until the end of the round and see if I'd like to take an action, but I'll go last in initiative.
You choose to sit and wait. Absolutely. You can choose to go last.
I really think that he can do it. I think that he's got this. He walked over there and started shit with this Maelstrom guy. He's got it.
He did indeed. Let me see. You rolled a 12. And 3 1/3 also rolled a 12, so that makes that easy. So he's going to swing his Mantis sword right at you. You go ahead and roll a...
Evasion?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So yeah, it goes. His arm opens up all of a sudden, reveals a blade, and it goes. And we'll say your hair is all that's hanging there when he punches, and it just gets cut and it, like, floats off like in an anime. But yeah, he misses you completely, and then it is immediately your turn.
I would like to. I'm gonna say, "Oh, come on, man! I thought you were cute," and shoot with my very heavy pistol.
You whip out your deagle.
Oh! You blow your load early.
Yeah, you pull it, but you're too close, and you misjudge the angle, and you fire up into the sky, right past his shoulder. 3 1/3, you have seen this happening, and you are free to act any way you choose to now.
Yeah, I'm wondering, because I'm kind of sitting back with Montana being the peanut gallery right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm wondering what my options are. I mean, obviously I can engage in the combat, but...
You can engage, you can do nothing, you can interject and try to stop it. You can do anything you want. You can steal a car and try and run them all over. I don't care.
So I guess question for the party, what's the idea here? What are we trying to do? We're trying to get, you guys want to get up to the Maelstrom like leader.
It seems like we're trying to get intel of where to find Maelstrom. This is the first group of guys we walked up on. So in the end here, yeah, we'd like to have this guy alive enough to question.
Great. Okay, then
It's like a one-on-one to me. So my intention is making sure that more guys don't dive into this fight. If these two want to scrap,
There
then
is
I'm
a second guy who is no longer harassing the woman.
okay.
But he's
Okay.
not going yet.
I think I want to shout from where I'm standing to them and let them know, just in case you didn't see us, we're with him. So if you would like to have a conversation instead of finish this fight, I would be happy to oblige you.
Ah, shit.
Yep. So the other guy now who was looking at Brecht turns to see this guy proclaim that they're present, and laughs really hard, and then his arm opens up to reveal a gun. And he's gonna right at you guys. I'll say he shoots at 3 1/3.
So this is evasion roll.
It's an evasion roll.
Evasion.
Only because you guys have pretty good evasion. Yeah, so you just kind of keep walking, and you see him. He's laughing and firing wildly. It doesn't seem like he even aimed at all, because he rolled a 1. So, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he shoots all around you guys. So I forgot how crits and crit fails work in this game. When you roll a 1, that is a critical failure. The way it works is you roll a d10 again, and you subtract that number from your skill. That becomes your number, and it can be very bad. If you roll a 10, you get to roll a d10 again, and add that to your score.
Already. They're factored into this character sheet. I was wondering earlier what the red skills meant when I got a 4 on brawling. I was like, what the fuck? My brawling skill is a 13 base.
Oh, it's because you botched. And then a green is a
crit. It automatically negated. That's right. And that 26 that he rolled was that crit.
Absolutely. Okay, so that makes sense why he got a 26. You crit that. So that's why...
that last very heavy pistol shot you had was a fucking failure.
It was, yeah. You critically failed that, and you shot up into the sky. Okay, now, I didn't know that. That's a good character sheet. I like that. Thank you, Roll20. Hi, Connor.
Hey.
Bob Ross, apparently. He brought Bob Ross. But yeah, so that guy just starts shooting off into the wall. And then it is... You can go if you want to 3 1/3 now. And then Montana can go if he likes.
No, I think I'm gonna skip it.
Absolutely, you just sidestep his gunshots pretty easily, and then you just stand there coolly and distantly, which is pretty
Never
unnerving.
having broken eye contact.
Yeah. It is now your turn, Montana, if you would like to partake.
I start walking towards the guy, and I pick up like a heavy lead pipe off the ground next to the dumpster, and my walk turns into a trot, and then I run over to that guy and clack him right under the jaw, like uppercut.
Absolutely.
So I have a heavy melee weapon, but I decided not to figure out what that was and just grab some improvised crap and call it heavy melee. It only does a d6 anyways.
I'm fine with it.
I'm not sure what the rate of fire is, again, as
2.
usual. 2. All right. Let me write that down. 2, and then it's also it's 2 over here. All right. So that's just going to be a nice and easy 2d6, because my weapon just does 1d6.
So the first one actually misses. Second one hits.
Okay, so the second one's a 4.
Absolutely. So you're going to boing him in the steel plate on the side of his head. And you'll see him like do this, like kind of vibrate, but it doesn't really do what you're hoping.
All right.
But the first hit, he like ninjas around very quickly because he got a crit on that one. So back to the mantis arm boy. He's going to try to bring the sword down on your shoulder, Brecht. With an evasion of 13, he is going to give you a little slicing.
No. Not Brecht. Not Brecht's arms.
For 8. What is your damage reduction? Your armor?
I have 22 total.
22 total. That's a lot. Let's see.
It's probably 11 head and 11 body.
Oh yeah, it's 11 head, 11 body. Okay, so he's gonna hit your armor, which I think is just like kind of like flak kind of stuff. He's gonna tear your shirt, but your armor stops the slicing of his. It's like one of those no-cut gloves on your whole body. So yeah, we're gonna stop the mantis blade. Luckily, he does not do enough damage to circumvent your armor. It's pretty good armor. Yeah. So now it's your turn, Matt.
Is there by chance like a street light or anything above me?
Absolutely.
Then I actually have a grapple hand.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, yeah.
So I would like to grapple up onto the streetlight.
Okay.
Yeah. And does that take my whole action?
I'll count it as your move. I think that's fair.
Great.
Who wants to take their whole turn to grappling hook with a grapple hand? Come on. You got to be able to do 2 things with that thing.
So once I am above them, I'm going to. We want to interrogate them, right?
Yeah.
So
Seems
actually,
to be the idea.
I'm going to go gadget, grapple hand, and then tear gas grenade down.
Absolutely. So they're gonna go ahead and make their saving throws on that. So like the first guy, he's gonna it's gonna go and it's gonna fill the area very quickly. The woman's gonna make a run for it at this point. She's gonna cough a bit. The first guy that you've been fighting, his arm closes up and he's like grabbing his face. He's like, the guy with the gun arm seems completely unfazed. You think he might have filters. You hear the vacuum noise of implanted filters go off, but the first guy does not have them. That was pretty cool. Hey, man, you guys have grapple hands and katanas and shit. See, you guys made your characters right.
So describe the scene to me right now, if you don't mind. Give me a little update on the chaos that is this alleyway.
He Go-Go gadgets himself up, and he's hanging up on a street light by his robot arm. The woman makes a run for it. She doesn't scream or anything. She just runs. The mantis eye guy is incapacitated by the tear gas. He's coughing, crying, he's like retching. The other guy is fine and is still pointing his gun arm y'all's way.
He's right in my face, right? Didn't I? I ran up to him and hit him in the fucking the head with a wrench. Am I subject to that tear gas?
Yeah, go ahead and make a resist interrogation and drugs roll.
I would love to.
Torture and drugs.
Critical failure.
Critical failure, a -2. This must be that new kind of tear gas that they don't train you at the academy for. You go down.
Firsthand how bad pepper spray day was for me. My face like swelled up like 3 inches off, like looked like I had a horrible like swelling infection. I turned like blood red. Against all advice, I went home and I did not take a shower. I just kept patting it down for like 3 days. It was just soft tissue. And finally, after day 2, I took a shower, and all of that same crap goes to your it goes further down on your body than you'd want it to, and that effect still reactivates after 2 days with that water. And boy, oh boy, does I never carried pepper spray. That was it. I got certified to carry it and was like, hell no, because if I lose my pepper spray in a scuffle, I'll die because pepper spray sucks. Yeah. It's the worst. I wouldn't carry it. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. And OC gas is supposed to be even worse if you ask the military guys.
Yeah, this tear gas, it really brings you back, man. Back to the academy. You're coughing, you throw up a little bit. You actually retch because you did so badly. And you drop your pipe, you're lost, you don't know where you are. We're going to go ahead and skip your turn this time.
I'd like to go prone on my wheel around.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you go prone, you look for your pipe. Or a foot or anything to grab onto. I will allow it. 3 1/3, you see this disaster take place across the way.
So you said one of the guys was affected by the gas.
He was the sword arm guy.
Is grappling above?
No, the guy that's grappling above is Brecht, the artist.
Right, no. The one that he's dangling above, is that the guy that's affected or unaffected?
Affected,
perfect. Then I want to walk into the cloud of gas. I've got nasal filters, so it should be fine. And
it's pretty cool.
And attempt to slice one of the guy's legs off with the katana while telling him, again, I just wanted to talk.
Yeah, excellent.
I want it to work. I want him to crit. I want it to work this well. I just want the guy to be immediately hobbled, sans one leg, with calm, cold, collected Kevin.
Yeah, this guy, so you're doing a called shot on the leg, right?
Correct.
There is actually rules that I wrote down for this. Called shots are special. Something
8-ball corner pocket.
I'm loving your character's cold, calculated responses, man. You're crushing the role.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Y'all are killing it right now. So called shots are going to give you a -8 to your roll. As this guy is incapacitated, I will allow it to be versus an everyday difficulty roll. So with a -8, in order to cut his leg off, you're going to need to hit a 13. So that means you need a 21 in total. You can use luck points if you want, if you state so now.
I obviously have to use those in advance.
Yeah, you have to use them in advance.
And I'm going to go ahead and ask you the noob question here. What am I rolling? You said I need a 21, but isn't it only a D20?
No, so it is it's a D10 plus your melee skill, which I believe is fairly high.
It's all factored into whenever you click attack for sword. It's the basic attack skill plus a D10 plus your dexterity. But all of that factors in when you click attack.
And if you crit, you can get well above. But yeah, so it's going to be -8 whatever you roll. But you can use some luck points to kind of boost it a little bit. And you're looking for a 13 here.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's going to be 10 plus. It looks like I'm only rocking 6 dexterity, 6... I mean, well, obviously, same thing. 6 for the melee. Which isn't terrible.
It's not terrible.
But I also only have 6 luck points. It doesn't seem likely to get 13 off of a D10 like this, but... I'm going to go ahead and just...
Yeah, you can also just regular attack.
No, I want to try to cut his leg off.
No take backsies. That leg is coming off.
And if anybody in the chat wants to give him a blessing, you can give him boon to give him +1 on his roll.
Cut off the leg. Cut off the leg. Cut off the leg.
And just for reference, what am I going to hit here? The attack on my katana still, correct, even though it's a called shot?
Yes, that's right. You're gonna
Yeah, so whatever that roll is, you're going to subtract 8, and if you alter it with luck points, then we'll deal with that.
Cool. I'm going to go ahead and use 3 luck points.
Use 3, so it's going to be a -5.
We here at Fresh Out the Box would like to remind you that if you're a regular viewer, you can use any of your points collected for free in the channel. Boon or doom any of us at any time, adding or subtracting to our rolls, no matter what game we're playing, no matter what characters we're playing. You too can be part of the game.
Absolutely. So we have 2 takers, Substance K and Captain Grimly. Both. And incompetent user. You get +3 from the audience. So you use 3 luck points, you get +3, so you're at a -2 on this attack now.
We want to see some amputation happen, it looks like.
The audience supercharges your attack. Let's hope it goes well, guys. Let's hope it goes well.
You should also be concerned because your fan base is very, very sick.
They are. They are. I like them. They're my kind of sickos.
Love it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and attack, and we're going to cut this leg off, guys.
So it's that, -2. I believe I said the DC was 13.
I think you did.
For this incapacitated. This guy is coughing and retching, and you walk into the cloud and slice his leg off. That is the exact number you needed to roll there.
On the dot.
On the dot, yeah.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you to the chat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So this guy screams. His bloody stump. The blood from the spray almost hits Brecht, hanging on top of the light post as he's like holding his legs like ah. But yeah, that happens. That happens.
I'd like to do a thing.
Absolutely.
Can I pick up the severed leg and turn around and attack wildly since I'm affected by this?
You know what? The severed leg hits your hand. You can pick it up and swing wildly. Absolutely.
Yep. I'm going to see if I can hit that the other guy who was not as affected.
I'm going to go ahead and give you.
Don't worry. I botched. I failed. I complete fail. 0 across the board. Flat 0.
Okay, so 3 1/3. You get hit by this guy's leg. I'll give you a chance to evade.
I shall take that chance to evade because that's nasty.
Gary, go ahead and try. I want you to roll an attack against him, so that he has a number to beat.
Yes, beat this.
All right, beat. Oh Jesus!
Oh my God!
So you turn your body very calmly and slowly, and it just goes right past your face, and you look bored. So that's.
However, I look bored, I dodge it, but I do utter, ew.
It'll zoom in on your face and you'll look at the camera and be like, my life's kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't even. That's great. This is great. I love it. I love every minute of it. Yeah. So the guy that's not affected, he's gonna take aim at. The guy who threw the grenade that's hanging from the light post. Let's see how this goes. Let's see what you do.
I am in this guy's face with the severed leg swinging around trying to get him.
You hear so he's trying to avoid your wild swinging. I'll give him a -2.
Thank you.
So yeah, you're gonna. What do you do in response? You have options here, but the typical response is evasion if it's high enough.
I will evade. Yeah.
I like that all of you have very high evasion. Yeah. So he's gonna his gun's gonna pop out of his wrist, and you're just going to kind of swing over the bullets, and they're gonna go and they're gonna light up the wall, and you're gonna fall back, and you'll be fine. And then it's your turn.
Oh, nice. Can I try to talk to them? I want to yell at the guy. If you want your friend to live, just help us.
Yeah, give me a persuasion.
All right. Not looking bad, man. Nice roll.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Yeah, persuasion. Are you still hanging?
Yeah, still hanging.
Okay. You'll be like, hey, your friend's gonna die if you don't help us. He's going to he's gonna do that thing. You'll see him finally like recognize the situation. This whole time he's been in another world, man, and he's just been having fun shooting his gun and stuff. He doesn't give a shit. But he'll look at his friend and he'll be like, you all right, Charlie? He'll be like, and like we'll just say to emphasize, he'll spray this guy with his bloody leg, and it is arterial spray. He's going to die very soon if someone doesn't help him. But yeah, the guys will be like, all right, Jesus Christ, what do you guys want to know? Help my friend.
Can I? I mean, since this guy's bleeding out, can I attempt first aid?
Absolutely.
Cool.
When you do that, I'll open up my kit, my duffel bag I have, and toss you a thing. I've got a thing to make it easier. I know you succeeded, but I also have a med tech kit.
Oh, I do as well, actually.
Okay, there you go.
You can't give him the assist though, Gary, to give him a +1.
That's right.
If you roll the complimentary skill and you hit the everyday level.
Well, can I just give him the +1 with the med tech assistance and not roll and just be like, here, take this?
I'll allow it. You've rolled very high.
Surgery.
You've rolled very high. You find the artery and you suture it very deftly. You guys are really showing some skill here. I like it. I'm here for it. Yeah, he stops bleeding. You save his life.
I want to look over at Montana and say that you have his attention now.
As I'm going through my duffel bag next to Brecht, I'm gonna pull out a grapple gun. I'm gonna look at it and look at Brecht's arm and look at my grapple gun and like put it back, tuck it down in like the corner of my bag. Like, I don't know if I need this fucking grapple gun anytime soon.
I like it.
And then I will grab out one of my road flares and strike the flare and put it towards the injured guy, and look at the non-injured guy.
What are you pointing? I'm sorry.
A torn road flare.
Oh, okay.
Shooting like the thermite out of the end, and I'm going to point it at the guy who's on the ground. Like, this is very close to burning his friend, and I'm going to look at the guy who's not hurt. Say, we have a few questions for you, and I'll put the burning flare on the wound, like to suture that wound, like we're already doing, but in a very painful, non-sanitary way.
Yeah, absolutely. So you burn his stump.
Burning his friend, trying to interrogate the other guy.
Alrighty. One sec. I need a second. Just let me think about what I'm gonna do here.
So my question is, I'm gonna the file. I'll look at, since I'm busy, my hands are busy. I'm involved here. I'll look back to 3 1/3 and say, ask him about the vials.
Yeah, they are intimidated. Oh, is that interrogation?
Yes.
The interrogation is started.
Okay.
What do you want to know? Jesus Christ! You guys are crazy. Coming from the psychopath.
Do you know who's in control of supplying these vials?
Vials. He'll focus in on it. You'll see actually one of his eyes kind of and like zoom in on it a little bit, and he'll be like, "What the hell do you want to know about those vials? You guys trying to get fucked up?"
I'll put the flare to the guy's leg, and as he screams, I'll look back at the second guy and say, "Who's cutting this crap, and what are they doing it with?"
He's gonna scream very loud. People look, but you know it's a combat zone. People don't look too hard. But that guy's gonna pass out.
If anybody looks, I'll hold up my badge.
They'll keep walking. That's funny. But yeah, so that guy's gonna pass out now. from blood loss and just shock because he lost a leg and is getting burned.
I want to tell the guy that we don't give a shit what it's cut with, but we want to know who is in control of supplying it.
I don't know who's in control of supplying it.
Well, where did you get it from?
He'll be like, I'm not talking. He's gonna defiantly spit blood on the ground.
I've got a light melee weapon called Scratchers, and they essentially extend out of my fingertips. Can I just extend them and not attack just to intimidate?
Of course.
Cool. What do I roll for that? Is there a roll for that?
We figured out there's not intimidation, right?
Correct, but you can pretty much use any social skill that fits the situation.
You can use
Persuasion?
interrogate or any of those under the cool descriptor.
Under cool? Okay, give me just a sec. Anything that's cool? So I can use persuasion?
Oh yeah, you could definitely persuade him. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and roll persuasion.
18 persuasion. He's going to look as your fingernails are pretty close to his face, and you'll see his robot eye focus in on it. And you'll see he starts to sweat a little bit. It's been a very stressful few moments for this guy. Yeah, cool is OP, Connor. You're absolutely right. Cool is awesome. I love cool. But yeah, so he'd be like, look, man, I don't know who's making it. I don't know. I get it from he's gonna give you a name. I get it from Quicks over on 8th Street. You know, when you want to get fucked up, you know.
Well, that wasn't so hard, was it?
You'll see.
I want to look over at Oops.
He'll breathe a sigh of relief, thinking that you're done with him.
I'll look back at Montana, ask if he got all of that, and then look over, or up rather, at Brecht and say he's all yours now.
I do have in my cyberware, I have an audio recorder in a cyber audio suite, so I do have that. I know exactly where he said, and I can play it back if we need to.
Absolutely, yeah. You have
Perfect.
you have it on tape.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I also have, not only do I have that, but I made sure to stack myself full of memory chips in case you wondered.
In case I was like, oh, sorry, man, your CPU is full, bro.
Because you do need memory chips to run it, so I have 10 of those as well.
Nah, absolutely. Yeah, nah, definitely. You guys are doing it. I like it. I dig it. Yeah, the guy breathes his sigh of relief. He's about to. He goes to pick up his friend.
Before you take off, we want to know one more thing. Where do y'all hang out?
Everybody, he'll like look around, kind of like worried a little bit, and he'll be like, "Yeah, we, down at the old abandoned iron facility, the ironworks."
Sounds good. How about I make you a deal? We don't tell anyone that you told us, and you don't tell anyone that you saw us.
He'll look and make sure his friend's actually passed out, and he'll like nod, kind of shamefully. But you guys put the fear of God in this dude. You cut off his friend's leg. I don't know. Like, that was pretty cool.
With the help of the fans, man.
With the help of the fans. Can't do it without the fans, man.
The energy from the crowd. The crowd goes wild. Blood sprays on the first and second row. They got exactly what they paid for.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. But yeah, he will take his friend and leave.
All right. Well, that means sounds like we're going to Quicks on 8th Street then.
We could also, I think, go to the place that Brecht found out that they hang out at.
We could head to the Ironworks if you want to go straight into the Lion's Mouth.
Yeah, you guys have. Yeah, right now your two leads are the Ironworks is where the Maelstrom hang out. But the Maelstrom guy puts you onto a pusher that hangs out in a different part of town.
Yeah, I think visiting Quicks probably makes the most sense. I think I got to side with Gary on that one.
Yeah, push her first, for sure.
Well, let's go check out this little dealer and see if he can't give us a hot lead.
Hot.
Absolutely.
Before we leave, I'm gonna walk into like a little quickie mart, little side store, little quick stop, and get myself a cup of coffee and a candy bar, and then come back out while we're waiting for the corpo ride to show up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
and
area is so poor that there aren't
Oh.
big names. So you go into like a bodega that's like has a cardboard sign outside of a like a rundown, abandoned building.
I get an unnamed type of chocolate peanut butter cup since we don't have a sponsor yet, and I'll also get a cola without a name since we don't have a sponsor yet.
And
Absolutely.
40 ounces of an unnamed malt liquor because we don't have a sponsor yet.
Let me see. I can name all of these things for you real quick.
No, dude, tweet sponsors. That's what we need to do. We need to get.
Yeah, but we're gonna have placeholders.
That's true.
So in honor of the Shia LaBeouf movie, we'll call it Peanut Butter Falcon. Is
Mhm.
the peanut butter cup?
How about Coca-Cola?
Okay, Coca-Cola.
Mhm.
It has like that marshmallow clown mascot on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Like the Bimbo mascot on
Yeah.
on the Mexican cakes.
Yeah, we'll say it's made by a similar company. And then what else did you get?
That's it. I just got myself. Well, also there's maybe it's an unnamed 40-ounce malt liquor.
We'll call that.
I don't think the corpo is going to drink 40-ounce malt liquor though.
They'll call it Top Shelf.
I'm a sociopath. You never know. I do what I do when I want to do it, baby.
That's
Just
true.
drinking malt liquor because you think I won't.
I blend.
Yeah. So Peanut Butter Falcon, Joker Cola, and you see the Top Shelf. That's what it's called. Because I like it. Yeah, we got some brand names in our world now. Boom. But yeah, if you want to go talk to this Quicks guy, I don't know why I gave him that name.
Oh, and anybody in the chat, if you want to throw in some brand names that you want to stick around, we're all ears. Throw in some colas and some beers and some snacks, and we'll see if we can write them down and bring them up in the future. And it's your own little call out just for you.
Yeah, we'll even do like movie posters, anything like that you guys want to see brought to life in our world.
And feel free to tweet us all week. Fresh out the box on Twitter and
Yeah, you
Facebook.
should tweet at us.
Mhm.
Fresh out the box. Oh yeah, it's at the bottom of the screen all the time now because I'm awesome. I'm at RockFact. Gary's at Casualty CDG. Don't forget to tweet us. But yeah, so this guy is in Old Japantown, which is the district over. It's directly adjacent, so it makes sense that he would have gotten something there.
Oh, hell yeah.
That is Tiger Claw territory if you want to know what gang is there. They do not fuck around. But yeah, that is who's there.
Did Montana take the severed leg with him?
No, I did not keep the severed leg.
Okay, I would like to take it with me then if we're going straight there.
How do you keep it?
I'm going to tuck it in my bag right next to where my katana sheath is.
Very gross. Okay. Do you try to stop it from bleeding on everything, or do you just get blood on everything?
No, I have no concern for things like that.
Okay. So you don't care. Yeah, absolutely. So you put it in there, and boom. You guys head to Old Japantown.
Okay, I've got it even better. While he's doing that, I'll ask Brecht if he wants to go get a coffee and a candy bar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. While you're playing with this dead body, we'll go get some coffee.
I do like Nutter Cup or peanut butter cups. That's pretty good. But yeah, so Japantown is a lot of the buildings are Asian-inspired architecture. Some of it is very Hollywood plaster, but some of the buildings are nicer, and there are some international corporate buildings here. But this is still considered kind of a hot zone for combat. People aren't just shooting everywhere. There are people walking around. People live here. There's stores. You guys are walking the street. You hear people playing music loudly in the streets. You see the breakdancers on the cardboard. All that classic kind of stuff going on. There's an outdoor arcade in an alleyway that someone set up. And then you see the women of the night. During the day, though.
Something's afoot.
The Anytime Girls. But yeah, so that is what you guys see, and you head over to 8th Street.
I'm gonna stop in for some noodles before we get over there. If since we find ourselves in Japantown, I'm not coming through here without getting myself a good bowl of noodles.
Yeah, you guys haven't eaten yet. Are you guys want to stop for lunch?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. It's been a long day, full of death and dismemberment. So you guys, this would be a little reference to the Fifth Element. You guys will find it's not going to be flying, but it's one of those old noodle boats tied up on the waterfront, and you'll see it.
Nice.
You can smell it from the road. You guys walk down the stairs. You guys see it. As you guys walk in, the guy will be like, "Ding, ding, customers, customers." And it'll be like, pull up a seat. He has an accent. I'm not gonna do the accent.
Yeah, I appreciate that. He's an Asian guy, and we
He's
don't
an
want
Asian guy. He's an older gentleman. He seems to be an immigrant. And yeah, absolutely.
I am. You know, I haven't described. I haven't described what I'm wearing, what I look like. I'm in a sort of New York in the future type of duster detective outfit. I call it modern noir, but it's kind of a future noir look. I've got sunglasses and I've got a long gray beard and really, really short gray hair on top that's shaved on the sides. Montana's probably about 50 years old and carries a big, big gun, a big chrome revolver on his right hip, and has a large Spas 12 looking shotgun across his back with a whole roll of not shells, slugs, a whole roll of slugs. And other than that, I carry a pretty nondescript black duffel bag full of just about everything you could want. And I have my badge on my hip, but my jacket covers it most of the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Do either of you want to describe yourselves during this scene? You guys sit down to eat. He's offering fresh-made noodles.
I've got typical corpo gear, so I'm wearing a heather gray business suit, of course, with a purple shirt and matching tie underneath. For those of you that were at session 0, obviously I don't wear glasses. These aren't even prescription. I just did this for the character. So we got glasses. My head, actually, I don't have hair. I have subdermal implants, so they're just kind of like no different than like a microdermal piercing would be or anything like that. Just a bit larger, so you can kind of screw in and screw out different attachments to fit the scenario. I could have like a mohawk of steel spikes, or like an afro of kind of aircraft cable or whatever. And then my shoes are just typical kind of penny loafers. They're cordovan colored. Yeah, so I mean, fresh to death, like I was buried with a peppermint, you know.
Oh shit! Aces, fresh to death, like he was buried with peppermint.
It's one of the word association games that Matt and I like to play. We're roommates, for those of you that are watching that don't know. So we just like to mess around and shit like that. So it'll be one of our back and forth. That's really good to see who can be the freshest to death.
Man,
if you guys have some good ones, let us know.
Because this is fresh out the box, baby, and we're happy to have you bringing us peppermint fresh out the death, girl. I'm looking forward to some more of that. That was aces, man. Keep it coming.
That was good.
So, the way that I look, I am bald. Actually, I have chem skin that is gray in color. I have shift tags in my eyes, and they are currently blue, like blue lights or whatever. Today I'm wearing work clothes because I knew I was going to be out in a bunch of crap. So the stuff that I usually use while I'm making art. So it's got a bunch of like material crap all over it.
Absolutely.
And I forgot to mention, I do have cyber eyes as well. So mine don't have contacts or anything. Mine just straight up glow a little bit orange. If you look into my eyes, you can tell they're empty sockets that glow a little bit orange.
Oh yeah, you have both fake eyes, right?
Yes, I have two fake eyes.
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys got your cyber implants. You guys got all that cool stuff, man. This game's fun. Oh no, box being a casket. That's pretty morbid there, Jenny. But yeah, so you guys have your lunch. You guys kind of bond as much as three strangers really can in this situation. You guys share a meal. And then it's time to go down to 8th Street.
Yes, it is. From here, we can probably hoof it, right?
Yeah, you
We're
can
already
move
in.
it.
Yeah. As we approach, and maybe we should spread out this time and come from opposite angles, recon the facility before we just go walking into a drug den.
Yeah, 8th Street. So 8th Street's got a lot of hustle and bustle. There's a bunch of stores. It's kind of bizarre style. Just people setting up shops on the side of the street in this like alcove that goes underneath some of the buildings. It's just wall to wall clothes, toys, games, anything you could think of. It's here. You'll see a guy kind of leaned up against one of the walls. He will be dressed a certain way that lets you know that he's repping Tiger Claw. But it seems like that's your guy.
So Tiger Claw, in my recollection, wear like bright ass neon colors like greens, pinks, and oranges that usually have some sort of animal print, and they love like suits and shit that looks like LMFAO. So it's somewhere in between, like every day I'm hustling and suits.
Yeah, this guy is wearing that fresh to death Asian pop. Like he's got the neon yellow over black. There's a tiger on his jacket, and he's got like those pre-ripped pants. He has we'll say he has the neon pink hair. He has the light hair.
Only so I know how to respond to this person. Are his pants, are they acid washed too or no?
Sure.
He's really gonna get it now.
Yeah,
You get it now. But yeah, he's over there. You see him. You actually see a deal go down while you're looking.
I have a question. Can I make like a streetwise roll to see if I might know the best way to approach him?
Absolutely. It is entirely possible that you even know the guy.
Oh, cool.
We'll see how this streetwise. So that's not a bad streetwise. You know Tiger Claws. You know that you show respect, and they won't necessarily lash out. They're much more reasonable than Maelstrom, and you might be able to just talk to this guy.
I'm going to follow the other guy who just bought the drugs to make sure he doesn't take these drugs or deal these drugs or sell these drugs. I'm going to follow him to his car.
He goes to an alleyway.
Okay, good. I'll follow him there, rough him up, and take the drugs. If you need me to roll anything, I will.
Yeah, no, he's kind of like a strung out, skinny boy. And as you approach him, he's trying to get his fix ready.
I'll show him my badge and be like, Night City PD, hand the drugs over.
I'd be like, no, it's just my medicine. I need it.
Get out of here. I'll take it and shove him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for that. He's just
Get out of here. Stay clean.
he's a little meth head made out of glass. So you're fine.
Yeah, that's right. Stay in school. Drugs are for fools. Get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, you find he does have some of whatever this drug is called.
Great. Now I've got something. I head back to rendezvous with the squad.
Let's just go talk to the guy.
What is the building like? What does it look like? Is it butted up against other buildings? Are there windows? Is there a back of it? Like,
the situation is there is a giant like mega structure above you, and it has the Asian awning themes going all the way up. But it's an older building. It's a super building. Lots of people live here. There are offices in it. But the area below is kind of empty space. And this bazaar has worked its way into it. So above you is like... it was supposed to be like a courtyard for this building.
Gotcha.
So the building's above you and to the sides. And everything's technically outside. Some of the shops are within the walls, the confines, but if you want to know more of the situation, if you run straight through the bazaar, It leads all the way to the other side of the building to another street.
Is it almost like an open air type of like Chinese market, except instead of open air, it's under a skyscraper?
Yeah, exactly. It's an open air Chinese market
Exactly
underneath a skyscraper. And then on the side that you're on, where Quicks is, there's a street going in front of the building there, to the right and to the left.
I'm gonna take out my agent and text Levite and tell him we might need a pickup from Quicks.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hang back because there's a chance that Brecht may know this person, and my personality may spook them.
Hey, as long as you're aware of yourself, man. Knowing is half the battle. Yeah, Brecht, it looks like it's up to you, sir.
Cool. And I just want to approach the guy and be like, "Hey, how's it going, man?"
He also has an accent. Judging by his accent, he is Japanese. You could just kind of tell it's not out of place here. You know, there's lots of Japanese people that live here.
We are in old Japantown.
You are in old Japantown. But he'll be like, "What you looking for? You trying to get fucked up? You trying to get high? You trying to get low? You trying to get away? Where you trying to go?"
I'm trying to help you out with a problem you might have with your business.
He'll get like closer and he'll like look around, be like, "What kind of problem?" But like, there's a little venom behind that. Like, you know, he's being tough.
Mm-hmm. See, what's happening is these drugs that you're selling, some of them, they're killing your customers. And I don't need to tell you that a dead customer doesn't buy anything.
I mean, heroin's gonna kill people. Crack's gonna kill people. It ain't my fault. It ain't my problem.
I totally get you, but this is a sure thing, my friend.
What kind of sure thing? He'll let's give me a persuasion.
Persuasion?
I'm already pretty sure that me and 3 1/3 would be injecting this shit into him, like, straight into the neck. Hey, you want to know what it does, motherfucker? Here you go.
Oh boy, would you guys be in for a fun time?
Yeah, I think personally, I would not inject anybody with it, but only because I work with a pharmaceutical company.
Absolutely.
And you don't know what could happen.
16 is a pretty good roll. And since you approached him in such a way, you had the streetwise, you know how to talk to him, you're a person of the people of the streets. He'll talk to you. He's listening. He's like, "What do you mean it's a sure thing?" Like,
So, I just picked up some of these drugs off of a couple of dead bodies.
yeah.
And it made them weird, man.
He'll be like, "That's kind of weird, man. This drug just came out. It shouldn't be killing them already."
Yeah, man, I think maybe they, they messed it up. They put it out too early. They didn't figure out how to make it safe. Or safe enough. I mean, it's poison, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess. You know, you don't want them dying too quick. So you're saying none of these people coming back, huh?
Right. They're not going to come back.
He'll look around nervously.
Yeah.
He'll be like, "That is pretty crazy." He'll be like, "Well, hey, you want some heroin?" He'll call it something else. He'll call it soy sauce.
No, I'm good on the sauce, man. But maybe you can tell me who's been supplying you with these drugs.
I mean, you know I can't do that, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know you can't, but see
by
what
the
I'm.
way, soy sauce is also a movie reference, just so everybody knows.
Oh
Love
yeah, John dies at the end, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's a good movie.
Can we have a shootout in a restaurant or a tea house that has like a gazillion bird cages, like in the movie
I was
Hard
just about
Boiled?
to say a bunch of birds fly by. You guys know what's about to go down.
I've
We're
got
in
a
old- This is the place to do.
Yeah.
It's sort of a double-edged thing. So can I shoot a text off to my boss, to Liz Tobin, I believe her name was, my laptop died, and let her know that they're cutting the drugs with it, but these other two guys might be close to finding that out. And then also, can I take the severed leg out and toss it over towards Brecht and the guy that he's talking to as sort of a reminder Like you can use this as your leverage.
So you send this text, you throw the leg. The guy looks at it, is like, "Oh shit!"
And so I'm holding the leg, and I'm like, "So here's the thing, man. Those guys over there, they're crazy. They're crazy.
We already got a leg up on the guys in Maelstrom.
I'm just trying to help you out, right? I'm just trying to get this to come to, an amicable kind of resolution. You understand? So help me out, man. How about this? I'll tell you what. These guys are crazy. Obviously, they just threw a leg at me, right? You come with us, we'll party. Then you decide whether or not to tell me.
He looks around very nervously. You can tell he's looking for his protection.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't seem to see them. He takes a step back, and he bolts through the Chinese market.
Can I quickly try to grapple hand the back of his shirt?
Absolutely.
Nice. What should I roll for something? Brawl? Cool. 17.
Not bad at all.
It's higher than he got. So he's gonna try. You can tell he knows how to fight. But you get him locked up quick because he's trying to run, not fight.
Awesome.
You grab him.
Okay, so I got a hold of him. A little help over here, guys.
As the chase starts, I'll move in like we're gonna have a chase, and then he grabs the guy. So I've got my cuffs ready already. As soon as this guy's remotely grabbed, I'll slap a pair of cuffs on him.
As you approach to give him the cuffs, this guy is going to give it one last go to try and escape. He's going to worm out of his jacket, and then he's going to try and missile drop kick you to get away.
Okay, I know generally this would be an evasion test to get out of the way. Can I try to brawling him and grab him during his missile drop kick?
You could try.
I'm gonna try. 17.
You also have,
Okay. Huh?
yeah, we have like an athletics modifier as well. If you can add that, or if that helps at all.
You can try to use a supplementary skill to say you get in a wrestling stance with athletics to give you a +1. It is possible. But with his critical roll to missile drop kick you, he kicks you. You stumble backwards.
I fall through a cart of fruit and shit goes all over the place.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you go through a cart of fruit, we'll say. And then he's going to do a flip, land, and bolt. He's going to run. And he's going to throw it. He's going to push somebody down. Some baskets are going to fall. And it's a chase scene now. He did crit,
it makes a person wonder, if you fall into a fruit stand and shit flies everywhere, what were they really selling?
You shouldn't have bought fruit there in the first place.
Was that a haiku?
The words of wisdom bestowed upon us by Kevin Romero.
Absolutely.
I'll be here for the next 10 weeks.
But yeah, so now we initiate a chase scene through a Chinese market because that's awesome. Sorry, Japanese market. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But yeah, so he runs. And you guys, I assume, give chase?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get my ass up first. Well, not first. I'm going to get my ass up last, but that's the first thing I'm going to do.
I believe
after everybody else.
I believe that you guys have direct movement stats.
I would like to pull my very heavy pistol out and try to shoot the guy in the leg. Another called shot.
Oh shit!
He opens fire immediately.
Assuming I have a clear line of sight, I don't want to hit a pedestrian. Not that
if you don't want to hit a pedestrian, it's not a good call to shoot. They are everywhere.
I do have rope. Can I use this to sort of lasso or trip him then instead?
Yeah, you can try and throw a lasso for this turn. After that, he'll be out of range. But yeah, you can try.
Okay.
I will allow it.
What would I
Yeah, go
roll for
move.
that?
That is a good question.
That is a good question. That's definitely dexterity related,
It's
without a
definitely
shadow of a doubt.
dexterity related. Definitely like a
Athletics.
reflex.
You think reflex?
Oh, are those different? Yeah, dex. Okay, dex. Let's look at dex skills. I will
Athletics is
give you.
just flat dexterity, and everyone's a little bit trained in it because it's a base skill.
I would allow archery, but it doesn't have to be that. Let's see.
Would it? I don't want to like reach too far here, but I see one that's wilderness survival. It's actually an intelligence skill, but I feel like who fucking lassos? You know what I mean?
That's like knowing how to survive in the wilderness. I'm gonna
Oh,
let you use.
oh, whoops! I think I hit something.
I mean, you're not trained in this, probably. No one does this. So let's just do use your 5 dexterity, which I believe you can just click your dex. I don't know.
That's what I said. Just athletics is probably the easiest bet.
Oh yeah, athletics. Athletics is a good call. I'll allow it.
Athletic.
It
Okay.
is an act of athleticism to lasso something.
And he crits! Yeah, my dude fucking crits it! Get out of my face.
Dude.
Yeah, so he critically lassos this guy. And that's going to change the scenery here very quickly. So you pull out a rope and you throw it, and you lasso this guy with a critical lasso roll, if there is such a thing.
There is.
And he's caught. You caught
Um,
him. During this ruckus, some people take notice. You see some bigger dudes. You see his protection show up.
I'll step up and I'll dust myself off and hold up my badge and say, this one's in police custody. You boys are better off going your own way. You should have been closer. He already got caught.
we should.
You could persuade.
Okay. And I'm all covered in shitty like fruit. Like I'm covered in like chunks of mango, right? And like there's a watermelon smeared on my shoulder. It's not the most intimidating I've ever been. For a 15.
They'll look at the badge and they'll think for a second. That's such an ambiguous role.
It is, man. That's that right on the money.
Let me actually look at where that lies, because I feel like it's an above. I feel like it's a difficult. Oh,
Man,
15
what were
is
you
a
gonna say that we
difficult
should do?
Oh, I'm good.
roll. 15's a difficult roll, so you actually do convince them that they'll let this one go. They'll turn to him and they'll be like, "Don't say anything. We'll have you out in no time."
As they say that, I get like a buzz on my phone.
Yeah.
You know, somebody always knows a sergeant. Somebody always knows somebody, right? So it's like, hey, you have my friend fucking Ted detained. He's a good guy. You know, Ted's all right. You should leave him alone. He just messes with drugs a little bit. He's not that bad.
Yeah.
So get some buzz from someone in the department who's pissed off that I have their cousin detained.
Yeah, pretty soon. Yeah, you'll get a call from somebody that got contacted by a high-powered attorney. But what do you do with him in the meantime?
We gotta take him to a second location.
Yeah, we need to get the hell out of here before more tiger claws show up. You're exactly right.
Yeah, you see those two guys talking to a smaller person. Looks like a woman, but she seems pissed. Yeah, you
Let's
got
get the
the
hell out.
vamoose.
What do you guys think? Just pull the nearest motel, get inside and ask him some questions?
Yeah. As long as
Yeah.
the security's all right.
Motel or a box truck? Do I have any sort of corporate ties to anything in the area, John?
So corporations tend to be very singular, very into themselves. But you know of some of the Japanese companies in the area. I believe one of them is Arasaka. They're a tech company.
Is there any way that I could exploit the fact that I work at Orion Pharmaceuticals to get us like a high-end hotel room to use as interrogation? Just put it on like the corporate account or something? Just so we
Yeah,
don't have to go to a seedy place?
yeah, you could try to get a nicer place. You can call the assistant. I will
You know,
let that.
I prefer a seedy place. We're probably going to get blood on the carpet.
That's a good point, actually. Cool. I'm gonna hang back on this one.
Yeah. You guys will head to a no-tell motel in the area.
We have a very awkward conversation with a Japanese guy over my shoulder, tied up in rope, handcuffed with duct tape over his mouth, where the three of us ask for one room with this young man.
The guy does not look up from his magazine. Takes the money and passes you a key and doesn't say a word.
Great.
You said seedy. I don't know.
Yo, that's exactly. We're on the same page, man. The wavelength.
Same page, man. Yeah, same page.
When we go to open the door to the room, only two of the hinges are fully screwed in. The door fucking wobbles. The AC sputters its last dying breath as dust pops out.
It cops. It's like
A spider web comes out of the AC.
it wasn't even an AC. It was just an old smoking grandma the whole time.
That's not a smoking chair. That's a smoking chair.
But yeah, so you guys are in this room. You have your hostage.
See, man, we could have just partied, you know? And now some bad stuff is going to happen.
I ripped the duct tape off of his mouth.
He's going to be like, he's going to curse at you guys in Japanese. And then he's going to keep talking Japanese and threatening you in Japanese.
I have a scrambler, descrambler. Does this help here? Probably not. Not a translator.
No, it's not translated.
Copy that.
That's for sending encrypted and decrypting encrypted messages back and forth.
Oh, still the wrong button.
And his message isn't just simply encrypted in Japanese.
No. I like it though. I like it.
We put it through a filter, and we realized the code was Japanese the whole time.
I have 14 to lip reading, and all I can tell you is that he's speaking Japanese.
Did you roll initiative on accident, Gary?
Yes, I did.
But the persuasion was on purpose, right?
Persuasion was beforehand. That was on the guys in the alleyway.
Okay. So what would you gentlemen like to do with your hostage?
Anyone got any ideas?
We need to figure out where this crap is being manufactured. Or being cut, rather. We already know where it's being manufactured, don't we, three?
One of us does.
He'll look at all of you guys like looking at him, and you see a little bit of the toughness comes out of him. He knows that this is bad.
Let me put it for you straight here, gangster. The Corpo's drugs plus your drugs are killing all the regular folks, and me and the rocker boy are pissed off. So you're going to point us in the right direction on how to clean up your fucking mess, or else we're going to keep killing you and cutting off your friend's legs until we find an answer.
What do you want to know? I don't even understand.
Who cuts your drugs and who manufactures your drugs?
My drugs come from all over the place. What do you guys want to know?
I'll take out one of the vial that he just sold that guy right before we got there.
He'll press it up against his face, and he'll try not to look at it and ignore it.
The one new drug you're selling, smart guy, and I'll backhand the shit out of him.
He'll keep his mouth shut though, and he looks kind of scared.
I would like to pull out my very heavy pistol and put it on his knee.
Absolutely.
Cool. We'll walk outside. Be like, I tried. Now it's his turn.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Why don't you just answer the question, man? That's the only other time I'm gonna ask you.
He'll look down at the gun, and you'll see he's sweating. He's wide-eyed. He's bracing to get shot in the knee. He's like, "Come on, man! They'll fucking kill me. I'm not supposed to be selling this shit." The Tiger Claw don't know I'm selling this shit. Come on, man.
So when he says that, I fire the weapon into his knee.
Absolutely. You don't have to roll. You shot him.
That didn't sound like the answer to my question.
Go ahead and roll the damage on that.
Cool.
4d6, right? To the knee. Oh, God.
Oh, damage. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't think he's going to use that leg again.
They make new ones now. It's fine.
That's true. You just get another one.
It's really not that. It's not as big a deal as it used to be. He's been looking to upgrade anyways.
You just pick up a part-time job at HEB and buy yourself a new leg.
Oh, I got a 10 damage.
10 damage. So yeah, you blow this guy's fucking kneecap off. And he'll scream bloody murder.
As soon as I do that, I just hop to the other knee.
He'll be like, no. In case anyone at home is wondering why I'm not making him roll interrogation, he shot him in the leg. What do you want me to do? It's fucking scary. No one's gonna be immune to this. But like, no, please. I don't know who's making it. I just know where I get it from. Please.
Where do you get it from?
He'll tell you about a drop spot. It's a cold drop. He goes in, takes the drugs, puts in money.
Okay.
That's all I know. Please.
All right. Well, thanks for that information, and we're gonna give you a minute to think about what's been going on, and I'm gonna talk to my colleagues here. So what do you guys think? What should we do?
Cut out his tongue so he doesn't tell anybody else about what happened.
I figured we should just toss him a towel and tell him to get himself cleaned up and get on with ourselves.
So you guys are all in the hotel room now, right?
Yep.
One of you, give me a perception check.
I'm by the door because I just walked back in.
Should be you then. Should be you.
But 3 1/3 hasn't done anything yet, and he's been very calm and collected and probably paying attention to our surroundings.
He does notice things. He is very calm. I doubt his adrenaline's up at all. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can give me the perception check.
Okay.
3 1/3.
Perception. Found it. Ooh, this can be good.
All right, 18, not bad.
Yeah. So you hear it. Something is put up against the door, and you hear, psst.
Get down! Oh wait, I don't hear it.
Shit. 3 1/3 hears it.
I would immediately tell. You said Montana's by the door?
Yeah, Montana's by the door, and it's coming from the door.
Yeah, I'd tell him, unless he has some nasal filters, that I would step away.
Let's step away from that door. Actually, I do. I know this corpo and I seem to not get along and trust each other, but I do think I would step away from the fucking door.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not. It doesn't sound like gas. It sounds like a fuse.
Gotcha.
Well, actually, no. It would sound more like beep beep beep. Yeah, it would sound like that. There you go. It's not 1984.
No, it would almost be a vibrating, if anything. It would almost sound like a vibrating phone.
It could be, yeah. But you hear beep beep beep.
I'm gonna go ahead then and tell him urgently to move away from the door and to advise that we all duck the fuck down.
Yeah, it'd be like, get down, and the door. You guys will all get down. The door explodes. It's a very controlled explosion.
I'd like to activate my infrared eyes to see through this smoke and chaos.
Absolutely. You see several dudes in tactical gear entering the room. And at that, we're going to have to see you guys next week on Fresh Out the Box.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, as always, to the Game Master Extraordinaire, Jahan, for running the game. That was dope, baby. Thank you for joining us for episode 1. Thanks for the Dune or Boons. Thanks for getting involved in our game and getting Kevin, helping 3 1/3 cut a guy's leg straight from his body. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your continued support. Join us tomorrow night for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay from 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. Central. Join us Friday night from 8 p.m. until 11 p.m. Central with indie developer Joshua Sullivan from Milestone Play. We'll be looking at his brand new game, Pulp Action, which we love, and it'll be a dinosaur special with special guest Ben Mayer, a personal friend of mine. He's great. You're going to love it. Please tune in. Look back to see us next week for more Cyberpunk Red. This is going to be a 10-part series, and this is only episode 1. So welcome, and we're glad to have you.
We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.